see who Giles sends out there for captains. 64, it looks like Conan Cook.
Nathan Tanner's out there as well.
Okay, Nathan Tanner, 23. So Giles has 2 captains, Blacksburg 3. Talk about the uniforms. Giles tonight, and they're traveling white. They're not going to be white very long in this weather.
No, they're going to be brown soon.
White helmets, powder blue numbers, which makes it tough on the guys up here in the booth because they're kind of far away and they don't stand out very well. And then they have bright red, royal red, what do you want to call them, socks. And that's probably the biggest thing that stands out of their uniform. Now, Blacksburg, a broadcaster's dream. Dark blue jerseys with bright gold numbers.
Very easy to see those numbers.
Absolutely, and blue helmets and white pants. So we do have a lot of white pants on the field, but we do have dark blue and white jerseys, so that'll make it easy. We just had the coin toss, and we'll tell you in just a second who won the toss. We're going to get the signal from the referee right now. Giles won the toss. They are going to take the ball, as we would expect. Blacksburg will kick off, which of course means starting the second half, Blacksburg will get the ball. So we're just about set to go, Chris. Looking forward to it. And obviously early in this game, what we're going to look for is for Blacksburg to get a stop and not let Giles go down the field and sustain a long drive getting out of the gate.
That would be the key. You definitely don't want to come out of this game and be down early. That's definitely not what you want to be in a game that's going to be. This game's going to go down to the end. I'd say usually games that are in the mud, in the rain, in the bad weather, they usually come right down to the wire, and you don't want to get behind early in a game like that.
You know, I agree. I think it's real important early in this game for Blacksburg to set the tone. Getting some Blacksburg getting individual introductions here, which is a little bit unusual, I guess, because it's the first game. But I think if Blacksburg can shut Giles down in the first series and make them punt, that will send a huge message to the Giles sideline.
Yeah, we came to play today.
Right, exactly. So we're getting the starting lineups. We have a Go Bruins Spear the Spartans banner that the rest of the team's going to run through here in a minute. Again, the weather conditions tonight, we have clouds, heavy cloud cover, dark clouds, but right now, as far as I can see, I don't think it's raining.
It looks like it stopped.
We're about a minute away from kickoff, and if it stays like this, it's really a pretty good night for football. It's cool. Temperatures in the, I got to believe, upper 50s, probably by the end of the game, lower 50s. Perfect night for football as far as I'm concerned, and the fans across the way have filled up the visiting bleachers. Giles has brought a good crowd, as they always do. And Blacksburg has a good turnout here tonight. You can probably hear the band. They're right below us, so you're going to hear the band all game long, and probably a little bit at halftime as well. We're fine with that. And we'd like to also welcome our folks that are on the broadcast with us, WTOB in Blacksburg, and excited to be on their station as well. And hopefully this will be a good night for the Blacksburg Bruins. Nathan Tanner is going to be deep for Giles. Can you see who the other deep guy is? I can't see his number. 82, it looks like, is it?
I can't see his number from here.
It's just so difficult to see this guy. We do know it's Nathan Tanner deep, and if Giles has their way, he'll be the guy who gets the ball. Nathan Tanner, by the way, 6'3", 175 pounds. He is a senior, and he is the playmaker for the Giles offense. We did not get a starting lineup from Giles, so we'll just pick them up as they come out on the field. Let's see. Kicking off, as we suspected, will be Caleb Violet. Caleb Violet will kick off for Blacksburg. He's a soccer-style kicker, and hopefully he'll send the ball fairly deep. Tanner is deep with, I believe it's Kurt Markison. Pretty sure that's who it is. And it will be Nathan Tanner picking up the ball. Nope, it's going to be Markison. He's up to the 15, 20. He's hit hard and drilled back at the ball.
Ball came out.
I believe we're going to mark him down. The ball did come out. It was actually
Giles
89.
Giles ball.
Yeah, Sheldon Doubthat is the one who returned it. 89. Good hit. I'm not sure who made the hit. It looked like it might have been Greg Keys, 43 on the play. But it sure was a good tackle.
That was a very good tackle.
And the ball is marked at the 25-yard line. First down for Giles, and here they go with the single wing. And it will be Nathan Tanner probably getting the snap. Standing beside him is number 42, T. Freeman. So we'll see how they go here. Tanner's going to run right. Direct snap. And Keys is going to get him. Good tackle by Greg Keys before he could turn the corner. Short gain on the play. And we'll see where they spot the football. Boy, you can see already, Chris, they're slipping and sliding down there as Tanner tried to turn the corner. He went right down.
Yep, he went right down. Got pulled right down to the ground. His feet came out from under him.
Of course, Keys was there to make the play, but he didn't have any leverage at all. We got about 4 yards in the play. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 29-yard line. And once again, the blocking back is Billy Cook, and he is a big guy, 6'3", 222. And this time they're
direct to the
go,
fullback.
Yep, up the middle. And just a gain of a couple on the play. They faked the pitch to Tanner faked the wide play, and they went up the middle with it. And it went very few yards.
So they got about a yard and a half on that one.
That was T. Freeman on the carry, and Tyler Holmes made the stop. Tyler, one of the linebackers, and he'll be in on a lot of plays tonight. We're in number 6. So here's a big third down play. That's what we're talking about, Chris. Third and about 5. Third and 4, 4.5. But you're right, it's 3rd and 4. That's what the scoreboard says. Just underway, no score from Bill Brown Stadium. First possession for Giles. 3rd down 4. Tanner's calling signals. He has the ball. He's going to go back and he's going to pass. Looking to throw. Throws deep for Cook, incomplete.
Over his head.
Yeah, intended for Billy Cook on the coverage for Blacksburg, number 26, Josh Reynolds. It's 4th down, and this is exactly what Coach Christ was hoping for in the first series, a Giles punt. See who comes in to kick. Looks like 21 is going to kick. That's going to be Caleb Clark. Caleb Clark will kick, and he's standing back at his 16-yard line. And the speedy Greg Keys is deep, and he is a big play kind of guy. Let's see if he can get a run back. High snap over the head. It's over his head. He has to fall on it inside the 15-yard line.
Blacksburg has the ball on the 12-yard line.
Caleb Clark could not handle the snap. It was too high. Giles turns it over, and the Bruins are set up inside the 15-yard line with a chance to take an early lead. Wow.
That was a big play.
Huge. And again, if you're Blacksburg, you have to be thinking, you know what? This is exactly the way we were hoping this game would start. We need to get on these guys early and stay on them.
Score here will be big news for Blacksburg.
So the Blacksburg offense comes on the field, led by number 12, Trey Gresh. Keys and Holmes will be the wideouts. Latrell Keys. Greg Keys is a wide receiver. Latrell Keys in the backfield with Charles Sullivan. They're in the I formation right now, and Trey Gresh has his team up 1st and 10. Tyler Holmes in motion across the backfield. Gresh has the ball. He hands off. It's a hit in the backfield. It was Latrell Keys hit
Billy
in the backfield by, was it Billy Cook?
Billy Cook.
Billy Cook came from his linebacker position and then caught him for about a 2 to 3 yard loss. We'll call it a 2 yard loss, 2nd and 12. And that was not a good start for the offense. That was a great defensive play by Billy Cook. It's like Billy Cook is calling the defensive plays as well. He's in the middle linebacker position, so he is going to be in a lot of the plays tonight. Trey Gresh on 2nd and 12 now. Let's see if he puts it in the air. To the fullback, Sullivan, right up the middle, back down close to the 10-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 11. That's probably a good play, the way the field conditions are, just a straight-ahead dot play.
Yep, quick hit right up the middle, got him about 4 yards on that one.
So it's 3rd down and 7 for the Bruins, and we may see Caleb Violet if they don't pick up the first down, the place kicker.
Blacksburg can get a first down here, too, before they score again, so they don't have to do it right now.
Big Cameron Sellers leads them out of the huddle. Big center, number 65, Trey Gress under center. He's got I formation. Latrell Keys tail the I, 2 wides to the right side. Holmes and Keys. He's rolling right. He's going to throw, going to try to throw. They got him by the jersey. He gets away. Oh, he's tackled in the backfield. Number 24 got him. That was Mario Jones. They had him by the jersey. Gresh got away momentarily.
Looked like he was going to get away.
I know, and then Jones got him around the ankles, right. That was a huge play for Giles defensively. Now what do you do? Chris, look where the ball is. All the way back to the 25-yard line.
That'd be a good, 42-yard kick?
I don't think they're going to kick. They still have the offense on the field.
Yep.
They're just going to try to keep Giles pinned back. Even if they don't pick up the first down, they still have Giles will have bad field position. So that's the philosophy here. I think it's a little bit out of Violet's range.
Here comes that spread.
If they did kick, it would be, they're not going to, but it would be about a 40-yard attempt. So, yeah, here's the spread formation. This is the first time we've seen it tonight. Gresh takes the direct snap. He's going to throw. He's looking in the end zone. It's going to be overthrown. Ooh, into the fence. Into the fence goes Jake Belote. I mean, he hit the fence hard. It's incomplete, and the ball goes over to Giles on down. So, you know, you got to give it to the Giles defense. They gave up the football. Blacksburg had it 1st and 10 from the 12, and they went backwards.
Yeah, pushed them back about, 10 yards on that one.
Yep. The good news is Giles still deep in their own territory, and they can't afford to make any more mistakes. So Billy Cook now stays in the game as the blocking back, and Nathan Tanner is back in as the main man in that single wing backfield. A little bit of a tight formation this time. Look for Tanner to just get it and run. Actually, he gave it to number 8 on a little cross counter play, and now we don't have a number 8. That must be number 9. Must be Andrew Finstermaker.
Brought down by number 17, Jake Belote.
Jake Belote made the tackle for Blacksburg. Short gain on the play. We'll give him a yard, call it 2nd and 9. That was a little bit of a counter-action reverse play that we haven't seen tonight from Giles, trying to take advantage of Blacksburg maybe reacting too quickly on defense. 2nd and 9. A little bit of wind. We're supposed to get some wind tonight. That may be a factor as well. Just blew our papers around up here. Here's Tanner straight ahead. He got about 4 or 5 yards. Tackled around the ankles by Tyler Holmes.
Had to fight pretty hard for those last 2 yards.
Yeah, that was just right up the belly of the defense, right up the middle, and he did fight hard the last yard or two. Let's see, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Call it 3rd and 3 for Giles, and this is where Blacksburg got tough and stopped them on the last series. We haven't seen a 1st down yet tonight, Chris.
Have not. See if Blacksburg can do it again.
Nathan Tanner in the backfield. Once again with his sidekick over there, T. Freeman. Freeman gets the snap. Now they're going to pitch it to Tanner. He's going around the right side, looking to turn the corner. Picks up the 1st down, gets more, and gets all the way up across the 50-yard line and into Blacksburg territory. So that's the biggest play of the night, and it comes from Nathan Tanner for Giles. Actually, I'm sorry, across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 1st down for Giles at their own 47-yard line. So it will be Giles now with good field position. And again, they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage. 1st down and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Nathan Tanner in the backfield with T. Freeman. 23 and 42 back there. Tanner gets the snap. He's going to follow Freeman around the right side. Lots of blocking. Hits hard up in there. Greg Keys made the play, but Tanner got out of bounds and picked up about 7 yards before he was hit. That was a good play for Giles. Basically just a student body right sweep play. That's kind of their bread and butter. They run that a lot, either right or left, and that's the play that kind of, when they need yards, that's what they go with.
You know, every play they're faking to somebody, if not 2 different people before you know where the ball's going.
That's why it's so difficult to defend this single wing. There are so many options. It's almost like the wishbone attack that you've seen many colleges run for years. Air Force right now runs it. And this time it's going to be up the middle. They fake it to Billy Cook. Tanner faked going wide, but it was actually T. Freeman who kept the ball and went straight up the middle, but got nothing. Tyler Holmes in on the play, and also 73 Dorian Jones in there for Blacksburg defensively. Brings up another 3rd down, Chris, and these are the plays that
Blacksburg, 3rd and short.
Yeah, Blacksburg has to figure out a way to stop them on these 3rd down plays. Last year in the game, Coach Chris talked about the inability of his defense to stop them on 3rd down. So here's another one, 3rd down and 2. That's about 2.5. They have to get to the 43-yard line. They're just outside the 45-yard line. See who gets the ball in this play. Tanner, he's going to go right. Once again, that sweep play. This time they hit him. He is close to the 1st down. Looks like he probably picked it up. Greg Keys was there along with Tyler Holmes. But I believe he picked up we are sitting right on the yard, the 1st down marker. And yes, he did pick it up. They did not measure. He got it by about a half yard. Down to the Blacksburg 42-yard line. We are in the 1st quarter. No score from Bill Brown Stadium. Bill McShane with Chris Singleton, Blacksburg, and Giles. We have 5:54 left to go in the 1st quarter. We have no score, but Giles is on a drive. This is the first time tonight that any team has really been able to get anything going offensively. And this was after a Giles muffed punt. They snapped the ball over the punter's head. Blacksburg had it 1st and 10 from 12, and they could not move the ball. Ended up turning it over on downs. Here's a reverse to the wing back. He goes left side. That's number 9, Andrew Fenstermaker, and he is tackled by, it looks like 17 Jake Belote got him over there. Short gain. It's 39-yard line of Blacksburg. Gain of 3 on the play. Call it 2nd and 7. Beautiful sight for a stadium here, and they're talking about building a new one, but there's a lot of controversy surrounding that. Talk about that more later, but right now this is the home of the Blacksburg Bruins, and the mountains are in the background, so it's kind of a cool place to play high school football. All right, here we go. 2nd down and long. This would be a play for the Blacksburg defense to try to slow this drive down a little bit. Tanner back to pass after a fake. It is complete, and it's going to go for a Giles. Well, He is out of bounds at the inside the 1 yard line. Looked like he was going to score. It was Evan Lidgard, 88, who got the ball from Tanner. He was on his way into the end zone, Chris, and he lost the ball and he fumbled it out of bounds inside the 1 yard line.
That was a really nice pass by Nathan Tanner. If Joey Phillips had just been able to jump a little bit higher, he might have had an interception on that one, but it was just over his fingertips.
Yeah, I really thought the defensive back was going to make a play on it, but it eluded him. And then the wide receiver was in the clear, but before he could get to the end zone, he lost the ball. Fortunately for Giles, it went out of bounds, and so it's first and goal from inside the 1 yard line. Look for Tanner to get the ball here. Giles to the line of scrimmage. Tanner gets it. He's going to go right, and he is going to get in the end zone for a Giles touchdown. So the Spartans get on the board first tonight. After a long drive, they went about 80 yards, started at the 20 yard line and got all the way down, and Nathan Tanner scores from a yard out.
That is not what Blacksburg was looking to have if they had the ball on their own 12 yard line.
Absolutely not. In for the extra point, number 12, Cody Dramel. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Nathan Tanner on a 1 yard run after a big pass play. Tanner hitting Evan Lidgard to set up that touchdown. There's timeout on the field. 4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Score: Giles 7, Blacksburg nothing.
I'd like for Blacksburg to come out here and maybe try to pound the ball up a little bit more. That's pretty much the only thing they had success with on the 2 drives they've had so far. So I don't know. I'd like to see the halfback Latrell Keys get the ball a lot more on this next series coming up.
Let's take a break right now. You're listening to Blacksburg High School football on Super Talk 101.7.
Whether it's arts and culture, community events, great places to eat and shop, exciting athletics, you'll find it all in Blacksburg, the place to be.
Look at this. Oh, he's fumbled. Oh, they got it. Blacksburg got it. We're back live at Bill Brown Stadium. Kickoff goes to Jason Emmel. He brings it back up to the 20, 25 yard line. The ball is loose, and it's recovered by Blacksburg at the 32 yard line. So Jason Emmel with a good return, and then when he was hit, the ball popped loose. And Blacksburg came up with the ball.
Slipped right out of his hands.
Yep. You know, we didn't talk about that, but the ball will be wet tonight, and we may see quite a few fumbles tonight. So the Blacksburg offense now back on the field, and obviously, Chris, they've got to get some momentum, pick up some first downs, keep their defense off the field for a little while here.
They need to at least pick up some yardage here if they're not going to score. They need to do something to push back Giles right now.
Trey Gresh in the backfield with his fullback, Charles Sullivan. They've got 3 wide receivers, 2 out here to the left side on this formation. They're going to give the ball to Latrell Keys, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards over the right side up to the 35 yard line. And let's see who gets up off the pile. Who else but Billy Cook? He makes a lot of plays from that middle of the defense for Giles, and he was in on that play. We'll call it second down and 7, gain of 3 on the play. Once again, we've got 2 wides coming to the left side. Jordan Wade and Greg Keys. Keys is in the slot. Sullivan, the only guy in the backfield with Trey Gresh. He's going to go with a spread formation, direct snap in the backfield. Quick pass out here to Greg Keys. Keys is hit immediately, and it took 3 or 4 Giles players to get him down, but the initial stop was made by Andrew Fenstermaker. Nice defensive play there, and a short gain for Blacksburg. As a matter of fact, no gain. Brings up 3rd down for the Bruins, and this is really probably a very big and important play for this Blacksburg football team because they have yet to get a first down. It's been all Giles. Long drive is what Coach Chris wanted to avoid coming in, and we've already seen 1 tonight, and now the Bruins have a 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7. Clock running, 3:27. First quarter, Giles ahead 7-0. Trey Gresh from the spread, which indicates another pass. Looking right. looking downfield, has some time, throws and completes it to Tyler Holmes. First down, Blacksburg, and that's huge at the 45-yard line.
That was a nice pass right over the middle there.
And he was looking for his playmaker, Tyler Holmes, number 6. That's a play the Blacksburg Bruins really needed because it keeps the possession, keeps the ball away from that strong Giles offense.
Gives them a little confidence now, too.
Absolutely, and some momentum. You know, football is a game of momentum. On a night like tonight, you really need to build your momentum and try to get some good things happening because a lot of bad things you know are going to happen because of the weather. Craig Gresh stays in the spread. It's working good for them right now. Tyler Keys with a handoff. Cuts up the middle, gets good yardage, tackled by number 32. And that would be Hunter Williams, the Giles defense. But not before he got at least 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 6, and the ball is spotted at the 49-yard line. So Blacksburg's still trying to get into Giles territory for the first time tonight. They're getting close.
Almost to that 50. Got about 6 yards to the 50-yard line.
It'd be huge if Blacksburg, Chris, could drive down the field and answer that Giles score.
That would be huge. Put this game back at tied, and then you got an even game going. Get some momentum back.
That's all you can ask for from a football team. Once adversity happens, to respond, and that's what the Bruins are trying to do. Boy, there was a good run by Latrell Keys, but unfortunately he slipped down just short of the first down marker. He tried to make a cut, as he will do. He's very quick, and the footing is not good, so he slipped down about 2 yards short of the first down. 3rd and 2 for Blacksburg. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and the Bruins are trying to answer the Giles score. Spartans gave up a turnover early inside their 15-yard line. Blacksburg could do nothing with the turnover, turned it over on downs after a big sack. Giles defense getting Trey Gresh in the backfield. And then Giles went the length of the field, 80 yards for score. Hand off to Latrell Keys. He's driving for the first down. I think he got there. He just did get the first down. Blacksburg picks up their 2nd first down of the night. Latrell Keys with a big, hard run over the right side. Well, actually, we're going to, I don't know why, but they're going to measure. Looks to me like he got it.
It looks like it from here. You know, Blacksburg's offensive line is doing really well handling Giles' defensive line tonight. I got to say, they're putting some nice holes up there for Latrell Keys to run through.
Just a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. And again, the game will move pretty quickly tonight. We haven't had really many passes. You won't see Giles throw it too many times, but one of their big plays in their drive, that is a first down, by the way, was a pass. And Giles will use that pass just as a way to surprise the defense, because most of the time they're going to run the ball. So another big first down for the Bruins, and they have now moved into into Giles territory. First down at the Giles 49-yard line. Keys and Wade are wide to the left. 2 wides to the right side. 4 wide receivers for Trey Gresh. He's got Wade. Jordan Wade has the ball, and Wade goes down. Tackled by number 23, Nathan Tanner.
Tackled by number 23, Nathan Tanner.
So that's the first time Jordan Wade has had his hands on the football tonight. Just a little guy, 5'8", 172, a junior, but he is a competitor.
Tried to get around Greg Key's block right there, but Tanner just pulled right off it and brought him down.
Yeah, that's just a sign of a great athlete. Nathan Tanner, of course, the offensive star for Giles, but also shows that he can play some defense, and he's out here on the corner with Greg Keys right now. Trey Gresh, 2nd down and 10, no gain on that play. Here's Latrell Keys up the middle. And let's see, did he fumble or is he down? No, they're going to say he was down.
Calling him down.
Boy, that's a good call for Blacksburg. That could have gone either way. I do believe he was down before the ball came out. But you never know on the way the officials are going to call it. Good gain on the play. Got about 8 or 9 yards. Let's see where they spotted. Give him 8 yards to be 3rd down and 2 for Blacksburg.
That's a good situation.
Yeah, you like 3rd and short. It's marked at the 37-yard line. So let's see if Sullivan or Keys are going to line up in the eye. One of the backs gets it this time. Look for Keys to get the ball again. He's good for 2 yards most of the time. It is Latrell Keys, and he does get the first down. He dives over the line, and he knew where the first down marker was. That's for darn sure. Well, let's see. It's going to be close again. Are they going to measure? They're going to look. They're looking, and they're going to say yes. They're going to measure again. Well, they're keeping the chain gang busy anyway.
They got to earn their money, too.
If you're just joining us, Giles is on top 7-0. We only have 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Nathan Tanner hit his wide receiver, Lidgard, down the field. And then Lidgard fumbled out of bounds before he could get in the end zone at the 1-yard line. Tanner then took the direct snap and ran it in for the Giles score. They kicked the extra point. It's 7-0 Giles. And right now Blacksburg is on a sustained drive. This drive started at the 32-yard line, by the way. And you know what? They are short by about a half a yard, if that. Very close. And you got to believe Dave Christ here will go for it. He's at a point of the field where it's too far away for a field goal, it's too close for a punt, and it's so close, you got to feel like you could pick it up. And right here, I would look for a quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak, or maybe a quick handoff to the fullback, but you don't have your starting fullback in, so...
You kind of hate to come back away from the line when it's that close. You got your big guys, Mayo, 290, and Davis, 249 up front. I would just get behind them and go. Or the center. I mean, Carmen Sellers, big kid, 6'2", 265. Trey Gresh has him up on 4th and short. Let's see if Trey Gresh keeps the ball. Now we've got a whistle, and what do we have? Timeout? Don't have a flag, but we do have timeout. It could be a timeout for Giles. That's what it is. So we'll take a timeout. 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Timeout score, Giles 7, Blacksburg nothing.
You'll never have to stop and ask for directions.
And you'll be helping a busload of people. And when you pass by, everyone will stop and take notice.
If you are at least 20 years of age,
Have a good driving record, and are interested in working for the best transit system in Virginia,
visit our website at www.btransit.org or give us a call at 961-1185.
Blacksburg Transit, we're your bus line.
Back live, 4th down, less than a yard. Trey Gresh has his team up. It was Giles who called the timeout. They only had 10 men on the line. Gresh straight ahead quarterback sneak as we thought.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, he picked up the first down, no problem. So Giles had to burn a timeout, Chris, because they only had 10 men on the field.
Well, you gotta get that stuff taken care of. They're gonna hear about that on Monday, I can guarantee you.
Well, you got to remember, though, this is the first game for both teams, and you go through a month of practice, and let's face it, practice is not like Friday night game night with the lights on.
Oh, no.
You got live bullets tonight, and there are no room for mistakes. And let's face it, these are high school kids, and sometimes you just kind of freeze up, and somebody just forgot to be on the field in that situation. Doesn't matter. First down for Blacksburg, and that's the end of the first quarter. So we're going to take another break. In the first quarter, score Giles 7, Blacksburg nothing. You're listening to Blacksburg Football on Super Talk 101.7. We are back at Bill Brown Stadium. Bill McShane, Chris Singleton, Friday Night Football, live Blacksburg Bruin football. We'll be covering the Bruins all year long here on Super Talk, and we hope you can join us every Friday night at 7 o'clock. Next week, we'll be on the road as the Bruins go down the road to Bluefield, Virginia to play Graham, and that will be a big challenge for them. But right now, they've got their hands full with the Giles Spartans, defending Class A champions from a year ago. What a state championship game that was. They beat Manassas Park 35-34, but many of those players are gone. And Steve Ragsdale trying to plug in some new players to see how it all works out. Here we go for Blacksburg, 1st and 10. And the ball's at the 33-yard line. Here's Latrell Keys, and oh my goodness, he was hit in the backfield, never got to the line of scrimmage. The Giles defensive line came crashing through. And it was
Kent Robertson.
Yeah, Kent Robertson, big number 78. How big is he? He is 6'207". Looks bigger than that out there.
Yeah, he does.
He just really blew up the play right in the middle.
Plowed right through the center and got right to the ball carrier. Took him straight down. Loss of 1.
Yeah, loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. And the ball is back at the 35-yard line. Very difficult to see the yard markers. They're not on the field. They're on the sideline, and sometimes people stand in front of them, but we do have a sight of the 35. Here's a pass. Tyler Holmes caught it, and he is out of bounds at the, looks like the 29-yard line. It's about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Blacksburg. Good pass by Trey Gresh.
That was very good. Out in the flat a little bit, just past the line.
One thing we are seeing is Blacksburg is going to have a lot of success through the air tonight, and Giles is going to have a lot of success on the ground tonight. So we may see a lot of points. Right now it's 7-0, but Blacksburg is moving well at this point. Tresh back to throw. Got some time rolling now. Here comes the pressure. He's going to have to go out of bounds before he's hit. And basically what you have there is no gain. It brings up a 4th down and 5 for Blacksburg. And let's see what Coach Chris goes for here. Loss of a yard, actually. Well, we've had several fourth down plays for the Bruins tonight. They've been successful on one, and they missed on one earlier in the first quarter. Now they're going to go for it on 4th down and 6. 3 wide receivers to the right side. We have Holmes, Wade, and Keys out here. Trey Gresh is going to roll to the right. He's got plenty of options. He's throwing too high, intended for Greg Keys. It would have been enough for a first down. Nathan Tanner was there defensively. And once again, Blacksburg runs out of downs and turns the ball over to Giles.
I'll tell you what, Tanner's all over the place tonight. He's in on every play, it seems.
But here's the thing. Keys was open. If Trey Gresh can get the ball a little bit lower, and as he comes off the field, you can see he's shaking it. He knows he missed a wide open Latrell Keys.
Would have been a first down, too.
I'm sorry, Greg Keys. We have a Greg Keys 43, Latrell Keys 22. We have a lot of Keys tonight, don't we? But in any event, Giles, again, stiffens on defense, and they get the ball back. And it's going to be at their own 29-yard line, first down with 10:38 left to go here in the first half. Nathan Tanner, once again, has the ball. He cuts up the middle after faking wide, turns it up inside, got about 3 or 4 yards before he's tackled in there. And the last guy up off the pile, who else? Number 6, Tyler Holmes. He's going to play for somebody next year at the next level. I'm sorry, he's a junior, but he will play college football, I promise you. He'll play for Blacksburg next year, hopefully.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 from the 34.
2nd down, about 6 yards to go. Ball's at the 34-yard line. And once again, the single wing formation for Giles. We have 2 guys in the backfield, everybody else in tight. And this time it's going to be T. Freeman carrying the football. The other guy beside Nathan Tanner, he got the direct snap, and he went straight ahead for about 2 yards. Brings up another 3rd down play. And, Chris, we've had a lot of 3rd down plays tonight.
A lot of 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s for this Giles offense.
Blacksburg was hoping for a little bit more 3rd and longs, but at least they're holding Giles to some 3rd downs and giving themselves an opportunity to make a play here on defense.
Yeah, they just got to stop them, though. They've only stopped them once on a 3rd down so far.
Number 64 just came in. Dale Davis at defense on the defensive line, so some fresh legs in there for the defensive coaches for Blacksburg. Big 3rd down play, 3rd and 3 here. Giles up to the line. Nathan Tanner calling signals. Nathan Tanner's going to hand off to T.
That's going to be close.
T. Freeman. It is going to be close to a first down. I believe he picked it up across the 40-yard line. Yes, he did. T. Freeman got the first down. So Blacksburg thought they had a chance to stop him there, almost did, but Giles retains possession and runs the clock. Now it's down to 9:12 left to go, first half. Once again, Freeman and Tanner in the backfield. Let's see who gets it this time. Blocking back is Billy Cook. This will be Tanner going around the right side. Freeman is leading the way. He stops, turns up inside. He is knocked down short of the first down marker. Short gain on the play, got about 4 yards. At the 45-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Just outside, about the 45 and a half, actually. Say 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. Once again, Tyler Holmes in on the defensive play for Blacksburg. Also 21, Eric Huffin on the play. Giles doesn't waste any time. It doesn't take him long to call these plays. They're back at the line of scrimmage again. This time Tanner in the backfield by himself, but he hands off to a wingback coming across the backfield, and he's actually caught in the backfield.
Kind of tripped over his own feet before he got taken down.
He did. That was number 9. That was Andrew Fenstermaker, and he got caught in the backfield, so it's going to be 3rd down and 6. This is one of the longer 3rd down plays that Giles has had tonight. 62's coming in for Blacksburg. That is Bo Gentry. He's one of the starters on offense. He can play a little defense right now for Coach Christ. Big 3rd down play for the Bruins. They need to stop here so they get the ball back. Tanner calling signals. You got Freeman right beside him in the backfield. Tanner goes in motion. He drops the pitch on the ground, picks it up, and boy, he was lucky to get the ball back and just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. It brings up a 4th down for Giles and probably a punt situation.
Looked like he almost dribbled it like a basketball there before he got it back in his hands.
Caleb Clark is on the punt. Last time he tried this, he didn't get the snap. It went over his head, so we'll see if they're able to execute better this time. Blacksburg's going to get the ball back. Jake Belote is deep. He is back at his 15-yard line. Also, we have Greg Keys back there. And let's see this time if they can get the kick away. Yes, he gets a good snap, and yes, he does get a good kick away. It's over the head of Keys. Keys is hoping it goes in the end zone. and it just barely does not. They're going to down it on the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Because of the wet conditions, it was a tremendous kick and a very bad break for Blacksburg, letting the ball go dead at the 1-yard line.
That is a bad spot for Blacksburg.
I don't understand why Greg Keys didn't pick the ball up and run. He had plenty of time, Chris. He just let it. I guess he thought it was going to go in the end zone.
It looked like it was going to go in, but it kind of got a funny bounce, kind of spun to the side, and just died right on the goal line.
Well, it's kind of like when you hit a 9-iron and it's wet, the ball just stops. You don't get any roll. It just kind of plugs in there, and that's what that kick did. It took one big bounce and then just died about a yard short of the end zone. Another yard and Blacksburg would have it on the 20. That's not the case. Now they have to be very careful down here not to make a mistake inside their own 5-yard line. And the clock is at 7:09 in the first half with Giles clinging to that 7-0 lead. Let's see what Trey Gresh and the offense will do here. Latrell Keys in the tail of the eye on first down. Gresh is going to throw. Trey Gresh is going to throw, and it's incomplete. He went for the deep pass. Tyler Holmes down the sideline, and Giles had 3 players back there covering Tyler Holmes. He commands a lot of attention. When you think about it, not a bad play from in your own end zone. You figure the defense is going to be in tight, trying to make a big play, and you might be able to sneak somebody through there.
Never know.
So they went for it on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to have to worry about just getting the first down and getting the heck out of the shadow of their own end zone here.
I don't think I've ever seen a downage marker so close to the goal line before.
Yeah, I mean, it's inside the 1-yard line. It was so close to being a touchback. It's just unbelievable that the ball stopped. Trey Gresh going to just keep it and go straight ahead. Oh, he got through the line. Still going, fighting.
Very nice run.
Yeah, good run. He got about 7 or 8 yards. He just popped through there, Chris.
Fought all 3 guys on that one.
Yeah, he kind of caught him by surprise. They thought we're probably going to see Latrell Keys on that play, and Gresh just took it straight ahead. 8-yard gain, 3rd and 2. So a very doable 3rd down play. We still haven't seen Robert Jennings tonight. We got Charles Sullivan coming back in at fullback. Jennings wants to play tonight, but I think Coach Chris is not going to let him play unless absolutely necessary. Try to rest that sore shoulder. You got a long season. You don't want to get a guy hurt.
Well, they haven't been running too much I tonight. It's mostly been single back and that spread.
Reason I'm bringing up Jennings, he would be the go-to guy in this situation. He's a good short yardage guy. 3rd and 2. Gresh calling signals. Gives the ball to Sullivan. Sullivan hit hard at the line, still driving, and I believe on second effort he may have picked up the
Looks like he's fought his way for it.
What a great play by Charles Sullivan, the senior fullback. He was hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, and let's see where they're going to mark the football. Or did he fumble?
You know, it's just like they teach you. Just keep your feet chopping. You'll get those extra yards you need.
Now they're going to call it a first down. And so that was a huge first down for Blacksburg. They started inside their 1. They are now at just outside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 11-yard line. Trey Gresh back in the spread formation. Gives the ball to Latrell Keys. He almost got loose, but they managed to drag him down by his shirt. That was Billy Cook making the play for Giles. Second down and 8. 5:54 clock running here in the first half. Giles leading 7-0. Blacksburg with the football. Really only one good drive in this football game, and it was put together by the Giles Spartans. We've got Keys and Wade wide to the right. Gresh looking for Keys. He's got, Keys dropped the ball. Oh my goodness. If Keys, that's Greg Keys, holds on to the ball, he is still running with the ball. Tried to isolate him out here on the wing. Gresh put it right in his hands, and he made the mistake that a lot of young receivers make. He looked upfield before he had possession of the ball, and he dropped it.
Got to catch it first.
Yep, 3rd down and 8 now for Blacksburg. And we'll see who they bring in now for 3rd and 8. Probably go back to that spread formation, go to 4 wides, maybe even 5 wide receivers. They've got Jordan Wade on the field, Tyler Holmes, Jake Velotes, Keys.
Sticking with the eye.
Actually, they are going to stick with the eye. Thought they'd go wide, but they're going to stay in the eye with Keys in the tail of the eye. Sullivan, the fullback. Trey Gresh calling signals. And he gives the ball to Keys. Keys going to try to get past Tanner. Can't do it. Tanner made the play, and then 2 other Giles players. And now we've got a penalty. The Spartans may get flagged for a late hit here because Keys was on the ground and a couple Giles players came in late. Flags are down. Let's see what the penalty is. This will give Blacksburg a first down. It's a huge penalty. That's what it is. Personal foul to the head. That's what it was, blow to the head. Came in with the helmet, went right for his head, and that is a no-no. And Giles coach Steve Ragsdale won't be very happy about that. You know he's got to be very, very upset because they had him stopped. Giles would have gotten the football back. So that's a big penalty for Blacksburg.
15 yards?
Yep, 15 yards. Personal foul. So that sets up Blacksburg with 5:27 left to go in the first half. We have John Cook. Number 7, John Cook is in the game at wide receiver. We got 4 wides, 3 of them to the left side on this play. We're back to the spread. Latrell Keys back to the backfield with Trey Gresh. Gresh looking to throw. He does throw. Once again, trying to get the ball to Greg Keys. Keys can't hold on to it. That time, Trey Gresh led him a little bit too far. I'm going to tell you what, if they ever get the ball to Greg Keys and he ever gets in the open, we're going to see something.
They're going to have to get this ground game going. People are having trouble catching the ball in this wet condition.
I agree. I think the key is, give the ball to Latrell Keys. Do your short passes, but anytime you throw it that far across the field, it's going to be very difficult. And they haven't had much success tonight. Once again, 3 wide receivers to the left side: Sullivan, Holmes, and Keys. Sorry, Wade, Holmes, and Cook. Here's Gresh. Take the handoff. He's going to try to run around the right side. Gets past a couple of people, but ultimately gets only about a yard. He's tackled inbounds by Billy Cook. And 88 was also there. That's Evan Lidgard, the guy who caught the big pass when Giles was on their way to the first score. Clock running, 4:55. It's now 2nd down and 10. I believe it's 3rd down, actually. It's 3rd down and 10. So another 3rd and long for Blacksburg, and they've had quite a few of these tonight. They got a penalty that helped them on the last 3rd and long. Let's see what they do on this 3rd and long. 3rd down and 9, we'll call it. We got 3 wides to the left side. Once again, Jordan Wade, Tyler Holmes, and this time Greg Keys is the wide man on the left side. Trey Gresh, bad snap, does not pick it up. Now he does. Has to recover back at his 15-yard line. The ball was over his head, and he had to basically fall on it. It will be 4th down, and now Blacksburg will punt.
That's the last thing you want to happen in that situation. But at least be able to make a play on 3rd down. At least give it a try. But your center just throws it over the back of your quarterback's head, and there's nothing you can do about that.
First Blacksburg punt tonight. We're going to see Trey Gresh in deep punt formation. Not only is he a quarterback, but he punts, and he does it very well. But you're right, Chris. That was a huge play, and now Giles most likely will get great field position after this kick. But you really don't want that to happen with 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Giles will have plenty of time to take it down the field again. Gresh gets it off the side of his foot. Not a very good kick. And that's going to give Giles the ball at about the 30-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot. Oh, he got a good spot. 39-yard line. I thought it went out of bounds way before that. But they marked it at the 39, actually.
Wow.
38-yard line.
That's a very good spot.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
We're right here. We can see the angle. And, boy, looked like it didn't go that far. But good break for Blacksburg. So Giles goes back on the offense, and they have great field position. This is actually their best field position of the night. They lead 7-0, 3:45 left to go in the first half. And once again, Nathan Tanner will bring that single wing up to the line of scrimmage. Tanner gets the ball, and he's going to run right. Nothing fancy here. He's got one man to beat. Tanner's going to score. That's a touchdown from Nathan Tanner. That's a 38-yard touchdown run.
He didn't even have to juke anybody. Just kind of ran straight in.
He really only had one man to beat. Nobody really laid a hand on him. Second time tonight, Nathan Tanner has found the end zone. And just like that, Giles takes a 13-0 lead. Extra point attempt coming. And it will be number 12. Yep, Cody Jornell, soccer-style kicker, to try the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 3:37 left to go in the first half, and the score, Giles 14, Blacksburg nothing.
Giles 14, Blacksburg 0.
Your neighbors helped save a life last night. Be a volunteer. You can help save a life. You provide the time, we'll provide the training. To learn more, call the Blacksburg Rescue Squad at 961-1189
We're back live at Bill Brown Stadium. Giles will kick off. Latrell Keys deep for the Bruins, standing back at his own 5-yard line. And probably the same guy who just kicked the extra point will kick off. And I believe that's right. It's going to be, Cody Jornell. Ball fell off the tee. We do have a little wind tonight, along with the rain. We don't have any rain right now. We've had plenty of that, though, in the last couple. Or is it raining?
It is raining.
It is raining. You're right.
Picked up a little bit.
I see the rain coming down now. See a few umbrellas up. We haven't had rain till now. We have had some wind, and the ball will not stay on the tee. We may have to get somebody to hold it. This will be the last opportunity before they will get a holder in. If it falls off this time, someone will come in to hold it. Looks like it's going to stay up. Blacksburg hoping for a big play here before the half ends. They've got time, 3.5 minutes, and they've got all their timeouts. So there's a kick, and it's going to be deep, and it's going to be fielded down there by number 20.
Jason Emmel.
Jason Emmel. Here he comes up the sideline. Oh, good hit. He is hit by the kicker, the same guy that kicked off. Cody Jornell came down and just hammered.
A flag down to the 15.
Penalty flag at the 15-yard line. The return came up across the 20. See what the penalty is. Here's
it looked like a block in the back.
That's what it was. Pushing the back.
On
blocking the back.
I think it was Joey Phillips, number 9.
On Blacksburg. And so that will back the Bruins up. It's going to be from the spot of the foul, unfortunately. That's going to be half the distance to the goal line. So for the second time here in the second quarter, Blacksburg has started inside their own 10-yard line. It will be at the 8. First down for the Bruins. And what you want to be careful of here, obviously, is a mistake. You don't want to give any more points to Giles or set them up here in the first half. You'd like to go to the halftime with 14-0 score. No worse than that, anyway. Hopefully, you've got time. You could get something going here and get on the board before the half ends. That'd be the ultimate goal for Blacksburg at this point. And they do have a passing offense, so who knows? They might be able to move the ball. Right now, it's I formation. Sullivan and Keys behind the quarterback, Trey Gresh. Sophomore quarterback struggling a little bit tonight. And up inside to the fullback Sullivan. He got short yardage, and of course the clock will run now. 3:23 left to go. 14-0 Giles. 2 Nathan Turner touchdowns. One a short 1-yard run, and just a few moments ago he goes 38 yards for a touchdown. Very impressive for Giles. Of course, Tanner is also playing defense tonight, so Blacksburg can only hope that young man gets tired. Second down and 9. They gave Sullivan a yard on the play. Still in the, actually now they're in a spread with Trey Gresh taking the snap and going to run the ball right up the middle. Good run by Trey Gresh, close to the first down marker. That play's worked well for him tonight. Got about 8 or 9 yards. Let's see where they spot the football.
He's got some quickness.
He did get a first down up to the 21-yard line. Yeah, he's good size. He's 6 foot, 184 pounds, and he saw an opening that time and took advantage of it.
And he can move pretty good. I'm impressed.
Once again, we're still looking for Greg Keys to get his hands on the ball. Dangerous young man, 6'1", about 150 pounds, junior, speedy guy. We got a whistle, and looks like somebody called a timeout. We have an official timeout. We have a equipment problem. One of the Giles players dealing with his helmet must have had a chin strap problem, and in high school football, that will stop play. Equipment's got to be right. Now we're ready to go. 2:34 left, still time. The Bruins have all their timeouts left. This is a spread formation. Gresh in the backfield, direct snap, looking to throw, does throw, incomplete. Looking for Jake Belote. He had it right on Belote's hands. Belote couldn't hang on. The good news is the clock is stopped. 2:24 left to go in the first half. Bruins trying desperately to get some points on the board here before the half ends as they trail 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we will have a complete rundown of tomorrow's college football schedule. We'll also hear from Virginia Tech coach Frank Beamer as the Hokies get ready to open the 2006 campaign with a brand new quarterback, some new players in key positions, and a lot of optimism in a team tomorrow that really they should handle no problem, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Northeastern coming to town, a huge underdog, but we'll talk about that coming up at halftime. Well, Latrell Keys got the handoff, and he got hit in the backfield. Actually may have lost a yard. Nowhere to go for him as the Giles defense stiffens up here late in the first half. Looks like Billy Cook was in on the play again. Now we have 3rd down and 10 for Trey Gresh and the Blacksburg offense. You know, Chris, they've had a lot of 3rd and longs in this first half.
They have, yes.
Something Coach Chris really didn't want. I got another one right here. Two wide receivers to the left side. We've got Keys and Holmes, the two big play guys, both on the left side. I formation, Sullivan and Latrell Keys behind Trey Gresh. He fakes it to Latrell Keys. He's rolling out. He's got plenty of time. Penalty flag is down, so it doesn't matter what happens here because I think we've got a holding penalty against Blacksburg. Incomplete. They're looking for Greg Keys. If it is against Blacksburg, this penalty will be declined because it will bring up a 4th down. It's what it is, holding against the Bruins. Look for Giles to decline the penalty. Rain falling here at Bill Brown Stadium late in the first half. Only a minute and 36 left to go in the first half. I take that back. They may decide to take the penalty, Chris, because that will really back Blacksburg up and give Giles better field position.
Well, if they feel like they can stop them again on 3rd down, especially 3rd and long, they know they're going to have to pass again.
Actually, they did decline, so they're going to make Blacksburg punt. And obviously, you know, here's the situation. Had there been more time left in the first half, they probably would have taken the penalty. But they want to have a little time left on the clock so that maybe they could get another score here. Giles has 2 timeouts left, by the way. They've only used 1 as far as I know. And we don't have an official stat here, but I'm pretty sure they've only used the 1. So Trey Gresh will try to get a better kickoff this time. Didn't really do much the last time. Went off the side of his foot. Nathan Tanner is deep for Giles. He is the only man deep. Looks like Giles is coming after Gresh. Try to get a block here. Oh, good kick this time. Gresh gets a good one away. Tanner will get a return. Actually, no, he's going to let it roll, and it's going to be dead at the 45-yard line. So
down
Tanner,
by Joey Phillips.
Yep, Tanner decided not to try and pick it up and run with the ball, and Giles now will have an opportunity to get more points here before the half ends.
Got about a minute 36 here for them to make something happen. They got to go about, looks like 55 yards for them to score, so see if Blacksburg can hold on for the next minute and a half.
There are some big games this weekend, college football. Miami and Florida State hook up on
definitely a big one.
Monday night. We've got Georgia Tech and Notre Dame, and that's my upset special. I really believe that Georgia Tech can beat Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah?
I think Notre Dame is highly overrated. You know, a lot of people pick them number 2 in the nation. I just think that...
yeah, they are. I don't think they're number 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think that Georgia Tech is in a great position to make a statement tomorrow night when Notre Dame comes to town. That game is at Georgia Tech, by the way.
Right.
So that's another thing in Georgia Tech's favor. We'll see. We'll talk about that at halftime. Here we go. First down, 45-yard line for Giles. And again, in the single wing, it's Nathan Tanner in the backfield with Freeman. And this will be Tanner. Penalty flag is down. Tanner's going to throw the ball. It is going to be intercepted by Greg Keys. Boy, this penalty will be big. Keys has some blockers. He comes down the sideline, and he is down at the 48-yard line of Giles. Let's check the penalty now.
I think it's going to be a hold on Giles.
If it's against Giles, Blacksburg has a golden opportunity. Yes, first down Blacksburg. I believe the penalty is on Giles. Let's see what the signal is. Interception by Greg Keys. So he does make a big play late in the first half. I never saw the signal, did you?
No, I didn't see it either.
They're going over to pick up the flag, but it must have been against Giles because Blacksburg has their offense on the field. And now the Giles is sideline's getting a warning to get back. They're out on the field a little bit. I think the referee's still going to give us a signal here eventually. Yeah, here we go. Nope, actually we're getting sideline warnings for both teams. All we can tell you is the penalty was against Giles because Blacksburg has the ball. I never saw a signal.
I didn't see one. I was looking too.
But the interception by Greg Keys is huge for a couple of reasons. Number one, it will keep Giles' offense off the field probably for the rest of the first half, and it gives the Blacksburg Bruin offense an opportunity to do something really good here at the end of the first half and get some momentum back. So here we go. Trey Gresh with a great arm. He's got 4 wide receivers and 1 man in the backfield. This is their spread formation. Latrell Keys back there with him, and Keys, fake the Keys. Gresh is going to pitch the ball to Tyler Holmes. Here he goes. 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
That's
Tyler
awesome.
Holmes got loose on an option play. We have not seen that play all night, but they ran it at the right time. They faked the ball to Tyler Holmes. And I'm sorry, they faked the ball to Latrell Keys, pitched the ball to Tyler Holmes, and he went down the sideline.
Yeah, the coach told us in the pregame they put in some option plays, and you saw one right there. Got a 45-yard touchdown on that one?
Yeah. 45 yards. I can't tell you how big that is as the first half comes to an end here. Blacksburg back in the football game. Caleb Violet on to try the extra point. John Cook will hold at the 10-yard line. Big extra point here. Got the ball down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field. 1:12 left to go in the first half. Score, Giles 14, Blacksburg 7.
Songbirds we enjoy each summer, winter in the rainforests. Right now, many are losing their homes. The Arbor Day Foundation's Rainforest Rescue is making a difference. Go to arborday.org, see how to support rainforest rescue, and find out which trees to plant where you live, so our songbirds have a home in the summer and the winter too. Go to arborday.org now.
Caleb Bilo will kick off for the Bruins. We have 1:12 left. Nathan Tanner is deep for Giles. High, short kick. They're going to have to come up to get it. The ball is loose on the ground, still loose, and Giles finally has to cover it at the 23-yard line. No one really got a handle on it. A very effective high, short kick by Violet, no return, and Giles will cover it at the 23-yard line.
Looks like that wet ball giving everyone trouble tonight.
No question about it. We're going to see a lot more of that tonight, and just a matter of who handles it the best and who makes the fewer mistakes. Right now, Blacksburg has to feel real good. It's just amazing. Chris, you can just see along the sideline, the energy level has risen tremendously.
Yeah, it's much more energy now than there was before.
They're down here jumping around. They're excited, and that's huge because they still have to figure out a way to stop this Giles offense. Here's Tanner running right behind Freeman. He's got one man. Oh, good tackle there by Greg Keys. He was really the last guy to have a chance at stopping Tanner before he turned the corner and went down the sideline.
That could have been a big play. Very
close to being a big play. That's the play he scored on the last time they had the football. Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5, and again, Greg Keys with a big play. Keys is the one, of course, that came up with the interception that set up the Blacksburg touchdown, and there he makes a big defensive play. Hit him 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. Once again, Billy Cook is the blocking back up close, but the two guys deep. Tanner goes right up the middle. Look out. Boy, oh boy. One man to beat, and this time it was Tyler Holmes who made the stop. Actually, it was number 9, Joey Phillips, who made the tackle. 14-yard gain up to the 45-yard line of Giles' first down, and we're going to get a timeout by Giles. That's their second timeout with 23 seconds left to go. We'll keep it right here. So what we have basically is a Giles football team who is trying to get back down the field but running out of time. They have one timeout left. We have a Blacksburg team who, after scoring, would desperately like to get to the locker room, Chris, with a 14-7 score. It does.
Yeah, it looks like they just keep giving the ball to Nathan Tanner. Like they're trying to get him to break something big here in the last couple seconds of the half. But so far, Blacksburg's been keeping him down. What was that, about a 10-yard run there?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's the thing. Nathan Tanner has to be the guy you got to key on at this point. And the Blacksburg coaches out there talking to the defense, they got to say, you know what, guys, first thing we got to do is stop number 23. He's hurt us more than anybody tonight, and if we can't stop him, we're in trouble. Tyler Holmes, Josh Price, TJ Lockhart, and Josh Reynolds are the linebackers, and those guys are the ones who really have to come up and make the play once Tanner gets across the line of scrimmage. Tell you though, Greg Keys and Cook and Joey Phillips have been doing a nice job coming up from the secondary as well, stopping Nathan Tanner. Here we go. Once again, it's Tanner in the backfield with his running mate T. Freeman, and the blocking back is Billy Cook. Looks like he's under center, but he's actually just a blocking back. Here's Tanner following Freeman around the right side. He turns the corner, does not get a first down. He's knocked out of bounds. Josh Price, number 40, the linebacker, knocked him out of bounds. He got about 2 or 3 more yards. Brings up a second down for Giles. Ball's right at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 5 for Giles, and we have 17 seconds left to go in the first half. And since he did go out of bounds, the clock stopped. That was a huge break for Giles because they only have one timeout left. They'd like to save it if they can. Their kicker, Cody Jornell, seems to have a strong leg, and he may get a chance if they get down the field about 20 or 30 more yards. Now we've got a whistle, and let's see if they're going to get a new football in there. Officials are gathering right at the ball to talk about something. They have whistled the play dead. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we're going to have a complete rundown of college football tomorrow. And, of course, all weekend long, Labor Day, with Labor Day holiday, they're going to actually have some games on Monday. The big one is Florida State at Miami.
16 seconds here.
They're resetting the clock to 16 seconds is what they're going to do.
1-6. We got it.
And so that's what the timeout was for. Anyway, we'll hear from Frank Beamer as he talks about his football team in tomorrow's game against Northeastern University, a team coming down from Boston to play the Hokies. 2nd down and 5 for Giles. Nathan Tanner now is the only guy in the backfield on this particular set. They've got 2 wing backs. Tanner fakes the reverse, going to throw the football, looking downfield. Got time, now he's flushed out of the pocket. As he's going down, he throws. It's incomplete. What a play that was by Nathan Tanner. He waited as long as he possibly could, finally unloaded the ball, and it was just a little high, and it goes for an incomplete pass.
I look for him. They got one more timeout though, so I might look for him to try and break one more big run with Tanner here.
Only 10 seconds left, Chris, so probably just time for one more play, and then they'll have to burn that timeout if they get close enough to try a kick. But to be honest with you, they got to, I think, get down to at least the 25-yard line to even try a field goal. And they're probably not thinking that right now. They're probably looking for a big play, maybe get Tanner loose or try to get a pass play. Once again, Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Freeman goes in motion, so Tanner's alone in the backfield. He gets the ball. He's going to run right up the middle. They're going to tackle him. He's going to get the first down, and that's going to stop the clock with 5 seconds left, just long enough to set the chains. Actually, Giles is going to burn their last time out. So
yeah, that's what I thought they might do. They might try one more time with Tanner, and then they're going to go for the end zone here.
Yeah, they're
through the air, I'd say.
Set up a long pass, try to hit Lidgard, their wide receiver. And that's their only option right now. They're at the 50-yard line. I'm sorry. They're at the Blacksburg 45-yard line, first down, and they obviously are going to be able to run one more play. That's going to be it. And you know the Bruins are going to be back in kind of a prevent. They don't want anybody to get behind them at this point. So we're going to have one more play in the first half, and we're going to go to halftime and recap the first half and then talk some college football for a while and then come back for the second half. We're glad you could join us on Super Talk 101.7. We'll be here all season long covering the Blacksburg Bruins and their quest to have a much better season than they did a year ago. And from what we've seen tonight, I think they have a great shot. They're holding up really well against the defending state 1A champions, the Giles Spartans. Here we go. 1st and 10, last play of the first half. Freeman in motion. Tanner will get the ball in the backfield and probably look to pass. That's what he's doing. Over the middle he goes. It is going to be incomplete. And believe it or not, there's still 1 second left. So Giles will get one more play. That play only took 4 seconds. So this will be the last play of the first half, I promise you, unless there's a penalty. Half cannot end on a penalty.
Broken up by number 43, Greg Keys. Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 45.
The rain apparently now has stopped, which is a good thing for people here at the game tonight, and we have a great crowd on both sides of the field. I got to believe that this is one of the best attended games tonight in the area because we just we're so worried we weren't going to be able to play because of the weather, but fans have turned out. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. Tanner in the backfield waiting for the snap, and he is going to run with the ball. Blacksburg looking for a pass. Tanner's off to the races. They're going to get him down, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. But Nathan Tanner tonight got to be close to 100 yards in the first half. That was another 20-yard run for him. So that's the end of the first half. Our score, Giles 14, Blacksburg 7. You're listening to Blacksburg Bruin Football on Super Talk 101.7.
My nerves stand on end. My palms sweat. And everything's a blur. The rush is so intense. All I want to do is get even higher.
Andrea Moretti is under the influence of her local teen center volunteer. Each month, she helps Andrea stay on top of the world and off drugs. Be a coach, a mentor, a volunteer, because you have something to offer.
Back live at Bill Brown Stadium. Bill McShane, Chris Singleton on a Friday night that started out a little iffy. We had a little bit of light rain early, had a little bit of wind. All thanks to Tropical Storm Ernesto. But by now, I think we're pretty safe. I think most of the bad weather has gone on past, and that's what we're hoping. And for the rest of the night, we can look forward to some good high school football. It's been really a well-played first half when you think about it, Chris. First game for both teams. Wet conditions. We expected some turnovers, some problems. We had a couple high snaps, and things went wrong. But I thought both teams overall played pretty well.
Yeah, for the most part, these kids have come out and played hard. You know, there's been a couple times where maybe the ball slipped. I think 2 or 3 times the ball slipped out of someone's hands. But other than that, you're not really feeling an effect from the weather tonight, from the wet game. Everyone's just playing hard. I mean, even Blacksburg's still coming out and they're spread and they're passing. and they're doing it, at least semi-effectively for most of the game.
And let's compliment the fans. We talked about this during the break. Both Blacksburg and Giles have really turned out tonight to see their football teams, and it's a night really it would have been very easy to say, you know what, I'm just going to stay home. I don't want to go out in this weather, but they're here, and let's give them a round of applause because they didn't have to come tonight. That just shows you how important this game is.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be working in the concession stand right now. It looks pretty packed over there.
Yeah, people are lined up. To give you an idea, the visiting stands are full, and people are lined up around this chain link fence all around the field, at least on one end of the field where the parking lot is. So it's a good sign that high school football is really, really alive and well here in the New River Valley. And when these two teams play, everybody wants to see who's going to come out on top. Last year's final was 26-14 Giles. This year it's 14-7 Giles. We are only at the half, and remember this: Blacksburg will get their hands on the football first in the second half because they lost the opening toss, so they have the option coming out. I'm sure they'll want to take the ball back.
And that's going to be key because they started to build some momentum there towards the second half. With that interception, with that long touchdown run, with stopping Giles there at the end as well. So getting the ball there to start off the second half is going to be good for Blacksburg with that momentum. They just might score again, tie this game up, and that's the best they can hope for right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and recap the scoring. It started in the first quarter. Giles made a really big mistake and did not get penalized for it. They were inside their 20-yard line. They were in punt formation, and the center snapped the ball over the head of the Giles kicker, and Blacksburg tackled him inside the 15-yard line. Blacksburg had 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. They were unable to move the ball. In fact, they lost yardage, ended up turning the ball over on downs back outside their 20. And then Giles proceeded to go down the field and ended up getting a big pass play from Nathan Tanner to Evan Lidgard. Lidgard took it all the way down inside the 5, fumbled it out of bounds at the 1-yard line, and then Nathan Tanner took it in from a yard out with 4:44 left to go in the first quarter, and that made with the extra point. The score then was 7-0 Giles. That's the way the first quarter ended. Second quarter, we had 2 long touchdown runs. The first one was by Nathan Tanner of Giles. He broke it for 38 yards, and Chris, you commented at the time, nobody really touched him.
He just kind of ran straight on through the Blacksburg defense. He got some good blocks. He threw one guy off, and that's all he had to do, and he just waltzed right in for that score.
This kind of player Nathan Tanner is very impressive. He is, by the way, 6'3", 175, so he's got a lot of size to him and a lot of speed. So he scores from 38 yards out. They kick the extra point, and now with 3:37 left to go, this was late in the first half, late in the second quarter, 3:37 left, Giles was on top 14-0. At that point, Chris, it looked like Blacksburg was on the brink of maybe folding their tents, and this could be a blowout, but Blacksburg came back.
Yep, they sure did. They got that interception. They totally shifted the momentum around. Then they got that huge run, and the whole sideline just erupted. They got the fans behind them now, and they're back in the game. So this is going to be a great second half. I'm really looking forward to it.
Greg Keys came up with a big interception. Kind of funny that Giles is throwing as much as they are tonight. That's kind of surprising, but they are throwing, and Greg Keys picked the pass off, set up Tyler Holmes on a 45-yard touchdown run. Nice play action from Gresh, the quarterback. He did the play action, then pitched the ball on a kind of an option play to Tyler Holmes. First time we've seen the play tonight. It worked to perfection. He goes 45 yards, Tyler Holmes does, for the touchdown. That came with 1:12 left to go in the first half. The extra point was good for Violet, and now the score is 14-7. Brand new football game.
And with Blacksburg getting the ball, that score becomes huge. Now they can tie the game up, and they can really start getting back into this game, really start taking it to Giles. Because like I said, the momentum is starting to shift towards Blacksburg's way. We'll start to do that towards the end of the second or the end of the first half. And it looks like it's going to continue that way, especially if Blacksburg keeps playing the way they are.
And I agree. I think it's huge that Blacksburg's getting the ball first. If they were kicking off to Giles, the momentum could go back to Giles the way they play on offense. But Blacksburg will have an opportunity to get the score even early in the second half, and I think that has to be their goal coming out of the locker room. Our halftime score: Giles 14, Blacksburg 7. You're listening to Blacksburg. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. Giles will kick off as we indicated. Blacksburg set to receive. Latrell Keys is deep for the Bruins in the middle of their receiving team. And he's coming over for some reason and quickly going to talk to Jason Emmel, who has already returned 2 kicks tonight. Obviously, they're trying to keep it away from Latrell Keys. And kicking off again for Giles will be number 12, Cordy Jornell. He got it in the air, end over end, good kick. And again, it will be Emmel on the return. I'm sorry, it is Keys. Keys got the ball, and he's up across the 35-yard line. Good return, and it's actually a pretty short kick. It was high, but Latrell Keys did get to bring it back, and so good field position for Blacksburg as we start the second half. So now the Bruins have to establish their offense early here in the third quarter. As we indicated, this is very important for Blacksburg to keep the momentum. You got to believe right now that Mr. Momentum is wearing a blue shirt because Blacksburg scored late in the first half to get back into the game, and right now they have an opportunity to go down the field and tie the game if they can get something going here. Trey Gresh has gone all the way at quarterback. Sophomore, played last year as a freshman and did a wonderful job for Dave Christ. So they're excited about the possibility here. Handoff goes inside to Latrell Keys. He got stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage, not even sure he made it back to the line. And again, it's Billy Cook in the middle of that Giles defense. Boy, he's a big kid. 6'3", 222 out there. Man, good size for a high school football player. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Bruins, starting pretty much with the same starters they ended the first half with. Greg Keys and Tyler Holmes are the wide receivers. Caleb Schrader, the tight end. Jordan Wade will be in on some plays. 2 wides to the right side. Keys and Holmes right now on this play. I formation. Keys in the tail of the eye, gets the handoff, has some running room, gets a couple of yards up across the 38-yard line before he stopped. It'll be 3rd and long for Blacksburg. Looks like, once again, Billy Cook was in on the play, and also number 51, Donnie Black, for the Giles defense. Be 3rd down and 7 for Blacksburg from their own 37-yard line. Keys and Jordan Wade, this time flanked to the left side. Spread formation. Tyler Gresh in the backfield, waiting for the snap. Back to pass, looking. Now he's rolling out. Got some time throwing. Oh, the ball was tipped. Keys was open, but the ball was tipped, and it went over the head of Greg Keys, who then took a shot from Nathan Tanner and had something to say to him, but it doesn't matter. It's 4th down, and Blacksburg will kick.
You know, Gresh was running to his left there, and he threw back across his body, and that ball was right on the money. If it wasn't tipped, that was a perfect pass.
Yeah, you're right. For a right-handed thrower to roll left and throw back across your body is very difficult, but he executed it very nicely. It was just a good defensive play by Giles to get their hand on the ball and partially deflect it. Twin safeties back for this punt. That will come from Trey Gresh. He's had 1 good kick and 1 bad kick tonight, and now Blacksburg has to call timeout. They only have 10 players on the field. And once again, first game of the season, those things will happen. They should not happen, but they do. And we're not going to tell you who the player is that ran on late, because that's not important. The important thing is they had to call timeout because they only had 10 players on the field. We'll take a timeout. 10:36 left to go, third quarter, and our score is Blacksburg trailing Giles 14-7.
Second team, respond to male subject, difficulty breathing, chest pain.
Your neighbors helped save a life last night. Be a volunteer. You can help save a life. You provide the time, we'll provide the training. To learn more, call the Blacksburg Rescue Squad at 961-1189.
Back at Bill Brown Stadium, Blacksburg now has 11 players on the field, so they will be able to punt and hopefully get punt coverage with 11 players. Trey Gresh is back in deep punt formation, getting the deep snap at his 27-yard line, and he'll kick the... bad snap. Gresh is going to have to try to get the kick away. Maybe he'll throw. He's going to try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh! Be knocked away. And we have a penalty flag. We're going to get interference on Giles. The ball was intended for Caleb Schrader, the tight end. Boy, Trey Gresh had the presence of mind to try to turn a bad play into a big play, and he came up with the pass and came up with a pass interference penalty on Giles, and it'll be a first down for Blacksburg.
That's huge.
That's the second big break for Blacksburg tonight. And they're asking for the crowd now to get into the game a little bit, as the Blacksburg crowd has been a little bit silent. They did get excited when Tyler Holmes ran for the touchdown, but other than that, they have not had a lot to cheer about. But they need to get into the game here. A big break for Blacksburg. Let's see where they're going to spot the football. Pass interference on Giles, and they will mark it off. Oh, we actually had offsetting penalties. We had a blow to the head against Blacksburg, a personal foul, so they're going to run 4th down again. So it's not such a big break for Blacksburg. It's a break for Giles, actually. And then Trey Gresh will get another chance to punt the football. We've had some real problems with with snaps tonight. And let's see if Trey Gresh can get the kick away this time. See if they can get the ball to him first. Okay, this is a good snap. Gresh gets it away. Oh, very good kick. Very, very good kick. And it's fielded back at the 20-yard line, and he's hit right away
hit hard by Schrader.
Yeah, the same guy who was almost involved in a big play a minute ago came down and made the tackle on the Giles runner. And again, we're having real problems spotting the Giles numbers because they're light blue and they're now getting very, very muddy. But we can tell you that Giles has the ball. First down at their own 21-yard line. First possession in the second half. Blacksburg and Giles tonight, and Giles has the lead 14-7, 10-16 left third quarter. Nathan Tanner in the backfield with Freeman. And this time they run the counter play with Joey Phillips carrying, excuse me, that's not right. That is Andrew Fenstermaker carrying the ball. And that was a little counter play, came across the backfield. And Reynolds made the play defensively for Blacksburg. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for Giles. All night long, the single wing. We won't see anything different. The only thing different is the way they line up. Tanner's always going to get the ball, most of the time anyway. Sometimes they get right to Freeman with the snap. T. Freeman. Freeman and Tanner back in the backfield again on 2nd down and 7. And it's going to be Tanner running right, Freeman blocking for him. This time they close it down. Keys is there to make the play. Also number 57 defensively for Blacksburg, Todd Ramsey was in to make the stop.
Yeah, he forced the quarterback back inside on that one, right back into the rest of his defense.
Short gain. It would be 3rd down and 5 for Giles. Big defensive opportunity here for Blacksburg. If they can stop him here, they'll get the ball back, Chris, in good field position. 9-12 left to go, third quarter. And here comes Giles with a play from the bench. See what they call on 3rd and 5. Nathan Tanner has shown in the past here tonight that he will throw on 3rd and long. Let's see what they do. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. It's going to be Tanner. He's going to fake the handoff. He's keeping the ball himself. He's driving for the first down. He will come up short. He's about 2 yards short. And Giles will have to punt the ball away. It's 4th and 2. Steve Ragsdale sends his punt team on the field. So Giles right now clinging to a 14-7 lead, and this game could come down to who makes the fewer mistakes tonight. Blacksburg got away with a mistake earlier on the punt formation, bad snap, and offsetting penalties gave him another chance. They got the good kick away. That was the best kick of the night, by the way, by Trey Gresh. Now Cody Jornell back to kick for Giles. Wobbly kick. It will be Keys, Greg Keys with the run back, 45-yard line, cuts up inside.
Flag on the play.
A penalty flag on the play, back at the 44-yard line. Greg Keys had a little running room that time, but the penalty most likely will go against Blacksburg on the return. Probably had a block in the back, Chris.
Yeah, it's usually what you see on a punt return.
Actually, it's holding on Blacksburg. That's just about the same. And so that will eliminate good field position for the Bruins. They would have had it at the 47-yard line, and now they're going to have it back at about the 35-yard line. They're marking it off now. Let's see where they end up. It's actually going back to the 34-yard line. 8:06 left to go, third quarter. Blacksburg and Giles here tonight. Cross-county rivalry, opening game for both schools. 2 different districts, 2 different regions represented. And we have a new player in the game for the first time tonight. Number 23, Robert Jennings, is in the game at fullback for Blacksburg. He is nursing a shoulder stinger. But he is going to go in and play fullback for the first time for Blacksburg tonight. Trey Gresh is the quarterback, I formation. Jennings and Keys in the backfield. They give the ball to Latrell Keys. And Latrell Keys got about 4 yards up to the 39-yard line. Be 2nd and 6 for Blacksburg.
And that's what they need to do. They just need to keep running the ball down the field, get Giles to put some more men in the box, and then they can start passing more effectively.
Jennings didn't stay in long. He comes back out on this play. Key stays in. Sullivan's back in at fullback. Check that. We have 4 wide receivers. We do not have a fullback. We're going to go spread, Gresh, and Keys in the backfield. Gresh will get a direct snap. 4 wide receivers. Gresh looks right, throws right. Completes the pass. And Jake Belote gets very close to a first down. He's about a yard short, gain of 4 on the play. Quick pass from Gresh to Belote, and it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Blacksburg and the ball is going to be at the 43-yard line of Blacksburg.
That's a play they've been running a lot tonight. They just kind of, the flanker will just take a step back off the line, catch the ball, and then see what he can get out of it. That's probably the first time they got in yards off that play, though.
That kind of a bubble screen. It's
a little bit.
You're a real quick hitter and gives the wide receiver a chance to do some moving around and get past the defensive back and maybe get a big play. They try to get that ball to Greg Keys on that play tonight, but they have not been successful. But Belote managed to get it, and it's 3rd and 1. Here we go. Trey Gresh going to keep the ball himself. Up the middle he goes, first down. Trey Gresh has had, he's had good success on that play,
He has, yeah. You get about 3 yards every time he's run that play.
You're right. He got about 3 that time. First down, Blacksburg. Up across the 45-yard line. They're going to mark it at 46, and first down for the Bruins. So now they've got something going here. Jennings in, and Caleb Schrader back in at tight end. So Robert Jennings, who was very frustrated not to be able to play in the final scrimmage last week. They held him out, but he's playing tonight. Did not start. He is the starting fullback when he's healthy, but Charles Sullivan started tonight in his place. Let's see if Jennings can get the ball here. He does not. Latrell Keys gets the ball. Jennings threw a big block, and Keys is loose down the sideline, and looks like he may have picked up a first down all the way down to the 45-yard line of Giles. Nice block by Robert Jennings.
It seems like when Jennings is in there, then that Latrell Keys gets a bigger run. I don't know if maybe the defense is paying more attention to him. Or
could be. It is short of a first down. It'll be 2nd down and a yard for Blacksburg. This is the offensive coordinator's delight. 2nd and 1. You can call anything.
Anything. I always like a play-action pass right here.
I think they should throw the ball, even though they got only 2 wides, I formation, tight end. Looks like they're going to run. They're going to give the ball to Keys, and he does run up in the middle, first down to the 42-yard line. First down, Blacksburg. Good drive now, but being put together by the Bruins. Clock moving, 6:14 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Giles leading in the game, 14-7. They had a 14-0 lead late in the first half, and then Tyler Holmes went 45 yards for a touchdown, and suddenly the Bruins are right back in the football game. There were some tonight who picked Blacksburg to win this game simply because Giles lost some key players off their state championship team, and Blacksburg has just about everybody back. 1st and 10 for the Bruins. Holmes in motion. Fake the ball to Holmes. Give it to Keys up the middle. Looked like they're going to run an end around with Holmes, but Keys went right up the gut with the ball, and he got about 4 yards. See, the last guy up for Giles is number 12. That's Cody Jornell, their kicker. Well, he's been everywhere tonight. He does it all. He punts, he kicks off, and he was in on that tackle. Jordan Wade comes into the game for Blacksburg. Tyler Holmes will come out. It's one of the few times tonight you see him on the sidelines. I think I saw him selling programs before the game. He pretty much does it all. Keys wide to the left. Jordan Wade wide right, I formation. Wade goes in motion. Gresh fakes the handoff. Fakes the end around, throws deep. He's got Keys. Is it a touchdown? No, he's down at the 1-yard line. The ball's loose, but they mark him down at the 1-yard line. Wow, Trey Gresh to Greg Keys.
Right on Nathan Tanner, too.
Perfect pass. They had 2 fakes in the backfield. They faked it to Keys. They faked it to Holmes on an end around. And Greg Keys was open on the post pattern. And he's limping off the field. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully that's just a muscle strain, cramp. That's what it looks like. And we've got a Giles player cramping up as well. This is the part in the game, Chris, especially early in the season, where you get leg cramps.
Yep, it happens. Got to eat those bananas.
Potassium is what they need. You're exactly right. But these high school players sometimes forget to get enough fluids in their body. It doesn't just happen to these guys. It happens to college and pro players as well. But, at this level, it's very difficult to keep remembering to be drinking fluids. And now, as we are midway through the 3rd quarter, the muscles start to cramp up. And we do have a Giles player still down on his back. And we're pretty sure it's cramps the way they're working on him. We'll keep it right here. It's going to be 1st and goal for Blacksburg. And it's either going to be Trey Gresh or Latrell Keys on this play. Or who knows, we might get Robert Jennings in there. Let's see if he's in the game. He's the fullback. It's going to be huge, though, Chris, if the Bruins get in the end zone and tie this game.
That would be huge, definitely. How much time is left?
We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. See if we can figure out who the injured player is. Can you see the number? It's 20. 29?
23. That's Nathan Tanner.
That sure is, and that's huge if it is Nathan Tanner. Well, you're right, and he is obviously the the man offensively and defensively for this Giles football team. He's still having trouble. He's cramped up. He just barely got off the field.
And he's the one that just got beat for that long pass, too.
Yep. So he's out of the game, and we'll see if he comes back or when he comes back. Meantime, 1st and goal, Bruins, tight formation, Latrell Keys, the only setback. Gresh may keep it himself here. He does. Quarterback sneak, Trey Gresh. Did he get in? Don't have a signal yet. We do not have a signal yet. There's a big pile up on the goal line. He did not get in. He's short of the goal line. 2nd and goal. And they may very well run that play again because they don't have very far to go. You don't want to risk a handoff down this close. Although I think Latrell Keys could jump up over the pile at this point. Well, he actually got a yard, so they must have been at the 2-yard line. We again, do not have a great vantage point from where we are. So, anyway, it's 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Gresh calling signals. We may see him keep it again. Yes, he does. He pushes forward. Touchdown! Trey Gresh gets into the end zone. From 1 yard out. After a pass play to Greg Keys, got him down close. Gresh takes it in, and now Blacksburg is within an extra point of tying the football game.
And this kick's going to mean a lot.
And Caleb Violet is very, very good as far as place kicking. He's one of the best, and he is a senior, one of the few seniors on this team, as a matter of fact. It will be Cook holding for him, John Cook. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, 4:18 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Blacksburg 14, Giles 14.
Well, hello. There's nothing more rewarding than helping a kid.
Now, a few observations. All kids should have the right to experiment.
Imitation, an art form to kids. Staring. There's just no explanation for it.
Moments like these happen every day.
Lend your support. Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Have a super great day.
We're back live at Bill Brown Stadium. Bill McShane, Chris Singleton on a Friday night that's looking better and better for the Blacksburg Bruins, their home opener against the defending 1A champ Giles Spartans. It is tied, 14-14. And Violet will kick off to Giles, and Nathan Tanner is back in the game, still kind of limping around on that leg, trying to stretch it out, but he did go off the field with cramps, so we'll see how he can run this kickback, or if he does. Violet moves to the football. Long, low kick. It will go, not to Tanner, but it will start Giles in good field positions. They come up across the 25 to the 29-yard line. Not bad on a run back. Let's see who the ball carrier was. It was actually 89. And that would have been Sheldon Douthit.
Yeah, you kind of saw Tanner wave himself off and point to him, so maybe that leg is not feeling so good for Tanner right now.
I think he was happy that he didn't have to run that kick.
I think so.
You're right, Chris. But he's still in the game, and he is the guy that triggers the offense. So let's see how this plays out with that leg cramp going on. And he's still, you can tell he's favoring his leg. But I guess the bottom line is they don't have anybody else. T. Freeman and Nathan Tanner are the guys back there. Tanner will get the snap, and he's going to run. He's following Freeman. Looks like he's running okay, but boy, he's hit in the backfield by Tyler Holmes. I'm sorry. It was actually number 2 who hit him, Eric Howard. You know, I heard about Eric Howard. He's just a little guy, Chris, 5'5", 130.
He looks like it.
But he is a hitter, and you just saw it.
Yeah.
He came up in a hurry.
Hey, you can't run without legs.
He took Nathan Tanner's legs right out from under him. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. He is in at cornerback. Number 2, Eric Howard. Makes a statement right away as he gets into the game and tackles Nathan Tanner. Tanner again calling signals. Freeman, Tanner gets the ball. He goes left side this time. Actually, that was Freeman. I'm sorry. Tanner did not get the ball, and Tanner is definitely limping. He is hurting out there, but he's going to try to gut it out. Cramps and all. 3rd and long now. 3rd down and 9 for Giles, and the ball is at the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, 31-yard line. They got to get to the 40. 3:10 left to go. 3rd quarter, tie score, 14-14. Giles and Blacksburg. Big 3rd down play for the Giles Spartans. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. The ball will go to Nathan Tanner. He has a little trouble in the backfield. He's hitting the backfield.
Nice penetration.
Yeah, 57 got in the backfield. That was Todd Ramsey. He has been alternating at linebacker with Nathan Hopkins. So 2 big defensive plays. One by Eric Howard and one by Todd Ramsey, and it's 4th down.
Blacksburg just collapsed that entire side of the offensive line, shut that play down from the start.
4th down, and in the kick is number 12, Cody Jornell. I'm sorry, Caleb Clark is in the kick, and Blacksburg has twin safeties back. They've got 17, Jake Belote back.
And Latrell Keys.
And Keys, it's going to be Belote's side of the field, and Belote will try to get it. He does at the 30. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. He's at the 45. Penalty flags are down, and he's tackled at the 47-yard line. We have 2 flags on the play, and once again, Chris, usually on a return, that's
usually a block in the back.
Yep, or a holding penalty. Wouldn't you just like to see a whole game and no flags on returns? I don't think I've ever seen
Wow,
that.
that would be something
it seems
else.
like that's where most penalties occur. For some reason, it's like the officials are just ready to throw a flag instantly. And they've got one down at the 43-yard line. It's going to be holding against Blacksburg. Too bad, because the Bruins would have had great field position. I mean, they've got the ball. The ball right now is at the 49-yard line of Giles, but that's not where it's going to be when they end up. When they step this off, it's going back to the 33-yard line. Still not bad, but they lost basically 15 yards because of that penalty. So, let's see what the Bruins do. They certainly have the momentum, Chris. They scored the last time they had it. And if they could go down and score again, they'll be in control in this football game. Tanner is out there. I'm really surprised. You can see him. He's really hobbling, but he is on defense. And, you know, he's trying to stay with Keys. If I was Blacksburg, I'd go right after him. He's trying to guard Keys out here. Here's
comes that option again.
Yeah, but Gresh is caught in the backfield. That play got blown up because of a great defensive play by number 82. That is Kurt Markison. He broke through and caught Trey Gresh 5 yards deep in the end zone. We have a timeout, official timeout, and another injury. Giles again having cramps on the field, and it's not Tanner, because I see him down there, but it's somebody else with cramps on their back, and they're getting their legs stretched out by one of the trainers. So we'll take a timeout. 1:55 left to go in the third quarter, and our score: Blacksburg 14, Giles 14.
So we've done some things where he jumps off from the side. We've done some things passing him back and forth. We've done some activities where he floats on his back and on his stomach. I think swimming is a fun thing you can do with your kid, and I think it's good for kids to learn about being in the water.
The Water Babies class is one of the many classes that the Blacksburg Parks and Rec Department has to offer for you and your child. Call 961-1135 or visit www.blacksburg.gov/recreation.
We're back live, Bill Brown Stadium. Bill McShane with Chris Singleton, and Trey Gresh has just thrown an interception on 2nd and long. He threw it over the middle late, and it was picked off by Giles at the Blacksburg 49-yard line. So a turnover that could be costly for the Bruins.
Yeah, he might have been better off just trying to run that one or maybe throwing it away. That was not a pass you needed to be making today.
He was looking for Greg Keys over the middle, but you know the old rule, if you throw late over the middle, bad things happen, and that's exactly what happened that time. So here we go, Giles now with their single wing back on the field. Nathan Tanner stays in the game with Freeman beside him. And it's going to be Tanner running right, got a block, he's loose down the sideline, 40, 35-yard line, and out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Tyler Holmes. Excuse me, number 9 actually knocked him out of bounds.
Joey Phillips.
Yeah, Joey Phillips. Phillips is 9, Holmes is 6. But in any event, big play for Nathan Tanner and the Giles Spartans. 36-yard line of Blacksburg. Minute 25 left, third quarter. Quick third quarter. Haven't had many timeouts. The only timeouts we've had really is a couple of injury timeouts. First down and 10. Once again, it's Nathan Tanner. Each time he slips down. He did not get to the line of scrimmage. Maybe did, but not much further than that. And good play by the linebacker for Blacksburg. He was right there to make the play. That was Todd Ramsey again.
I'll tell you, Tanner is hurting.
Yeah, no question.
He's limping pretty good now.
He is definitely playing on heart right now. His legs are failing him, that's for sure. Second down and 10. This is where Blacksburg really needs to make a defensive stand. Tanner Actually, it was Ramsey that time. I'm sorry, Freeman, who got the snap. Tanner didn't get the ball. Freeman did, and he fell down. He slipped down as he tried to make a cut. Actually lost a couple yards. It'll be 3rd down and 12. So Freeman and Nathan Tanner in the backfield for Giles. Those have been the primary ball carriers tonight. Every once in a while we'll get Andrew Fenstermaker on a reverse. But now on 3rd and long, we may see Nathan Tanner go to the air. Let's see what they call here. They got 2 wide receivers to the left side. This is a rare passing situation for Giles. They don't have 3rd and long very often. Tanner actually is going to run. And let's see if Blacksburg can come up and make the play. Yes, they do. They ride him out of bounds. He actually lost more yardage. Good play by Jake Belote. Number 17 coming up from the secondary. Also, Tyler Holmes was there.
I remember Belote from the scrimmage last week. He was lighting people up left and right.
Very fast. And again, he doesn't have a lot of size. He's just a little kid. But, boy, he flies to the football. He's 5'7" and 150 pounds. But he's one of the few seniors we talked about on this Blacksburg team, and that was a huge play. Now he's back to receive the punt. At least they think that Giles is going to punt. It's going to be Caleb Clark standing back at his 47-yard line, and Belote is standing back at his 10. So Giles will try to get a kick away here. We've had real problems for both teams on the snaps. Good snap. Kick is away. Just tries to dump it down in the Blacksburg end of the field and does a nice job. It rolls down to the 10-yard line, and that's where it'll be down. Very good punt by Caleb Clark. He did his job. He did not kick it too far, and he pins Blacksburg back.
Just a nice little pooch punt.
Pooch punt, yeah. So Blacksburg now 90 yards away from the goal line, and they are in a 14-14 tie with Giles. They have to feel pretty good about their situation right now. And that is actually the end of the 3rd quarter. So we played 3 quarters. We have 1 left here at Bill Brown Stadium. Our score at the end of 3 quarters, Blacksburg 14, Giles 14.
Well, hello. There's nothing more rewarding than helping a kid.
Now, a few observations. Imaginary friends, now you see them, now you don't.
Not all hidden talents are socially acceptable. Be conscious of size differences.
Moments like these happen every day.
Lend your support. Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Until next time.
We're back at Bill Brown Stadium. Start the 4th quarter. 1st and 10. Blacksburg at their own 10-yard line. Handoff goes inside to the fullback. That's Sullivan. And he gets short yardage. Very conservative play, obviously, from deep in their own territory. But they did get about 4 yards on the play. Call it 2nd and 6. Next week, we'll be on the air from Graham High School. Deep in the Blue Ridge, we'll be broadcasting from Bluefield, Virginia, and that'll be the first road game for Blacksburg. Then they're back home 2 weeks from tonight to play William Fleming. So that kind of gives you a preview of what's coming up down the road. 11:29 left to go now. Just underway 4th quarter, and it's a tie score. It's going to be a great finish here tonight at Bill Brown Stadium, and a good crowd on hand to see it. This is Latrell Keys with the ball. He got up to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 for Blacksburg. Big 3rd down play. Boy, you don't want to have to kick from your own goal line, which is pretty much what they'll have to do if they don't pick it up here. Greg Keys is coming in with the play from the bench. He's going to talk to Trey Gresh, and let's see what Blacksburg comes up with on 3rd and 5 from just outside the 15-yard line. Tie score, 14-14. Blacksburg and Giles. Great football game. Opening night here of the 2006 high school football season. Gresh calling signals. Back to pass. Quick drop. Quick throw. Looking down the sideline for Keys. Oh my! He had it and then he dropped it at the 45-yard line. Pretty good coverage by the Giles defensive back. Looked like it was Jornell down there. Number 12. It was. So
that was a nice pass.
That was a nice pass.
That was a very nice pass.
Gave Keys an opportunity to make a big play. He just couldn't come up with it. So it's 4th down and Trey now. Trey Gresh, the quarterback, turns into Trey Gresh, the punter. And he has had some good punts tonight. He had some problems early, but he got that straightened out. He's had some pretty good kicks. He's going to need one here, or Giles is going to get good field position. We've got Nathan Tanner deep, and don't know who the other guy is, but it looks like it's going to be another great kick by Trey Gresham. Look at the bounce he got. It's going to go inside the 30 and be down at the 28-yard line. Okay, the line of scrimmage was the 10. Figure it out. Chris. How far was that kick?
Wow, that's a 40. That's a 60-yard punt right there.
Yep. That was a 60-yard kick. 56 yards is the official word we get from the PA guy, but yeah, about 60 yards I'm thinking. I mean, he got a 20-yard bounce, but still, it was a great spiral. You don't get a good bounce unless you have the good spiral going, and he did. And that was a huge kick for a couple of reasons. Number one, Giles thought they were going to get good field position. Well, they don't have good field position. And number two, Blacksburg now has a good chance to make some plays and keep Giles from getting any kind of field position and getting the ball back. They can get good field position if they can hold Giles here. Nathan Tanner on a straight-ahead run, and he gets good yardage. He picks up a first down. Below has to drag him down. He's hanging on for dear life. Number 17, Tanner drags him up to the 45-yard line. Here marked at the 44. Nathan Tanner has to have close to 150 yards tonight rushing. He has just been the man, and the cramps are the only thing that are slowing him down. He's still fighting those cramps.
Yep, still stretching them out.
You can see him stretching
between every play.
Yeah. First down for Giles. They're at their own 43-yard line. Once again, Freeman and Tanner in the backfield in the single wing formation. Oh, Giles jumped. That's going to be a motion penalty. We had Giles jumping offside. And, you know, when you think about it, Chris, first game of the season, that's really the first procedure penalty I can remember. That's pretty good coaching.
Yeah, that's definitely the first false start. There's been no offsides.
Yeah. Only penalties we've had are blocking the back and holdings, and that's just being aggressive. So that's what it is. False start on Giles. First time we've had that penalty tonight. We haven't had that many penalties, really, when you think about it. Mostly on kick returns, which we've documented. So this will be 1st and 15 for Giles. And when you run the kind of offense they do, that kind of puts you in the hole a little bit. To kind of grind it out. They're used to 3 and 4 yards at a time, but now when you got 15 yards to go, you got to
hope on a big play.
You got to come up with a big play. Exactly right. So here we go. 1st and 15. Freeman and Tanner. Backfield. Tanner. Freeman leading the way. Right side. He turns the corner. Big yardage. Oh, Tyler Holmes made a big tackle, or he goes for another first down. He was on his way. As it is, he got 10 yards. Holmes got him around the ankles. Actually got about 12 yards. It's going to be second down and 4 for Giles at the Blacksburg 49-yard line. Clock running, 9.5 minutes left to go. 14-14 tie. Giles and Blacksburg. Spartans have the ball just inside Blacksburg territory. Tanner and Freeman. Tanner calling the signals. Actually, the blocking back calls the signals. Tanner gets the ball, turns the corner. Ball is loose. Ball's loose, and I think Blacksburg came up with it. Let's say yes, Blacksburg has recovered the fumble. Right in front of the Giles bench, and Steve Ragsdale is livid. He cannot believe that his team coughed it up right in front of him. I think he was hoping the ball was going to go out of bounds. It never did, and Blacksburg got it.
Just kept rolling down that sideline. Blacksburg finally jumped on top of it. Blacksburg ball.
And that is huge, huge turnover for the Blacksburg Bruins as they come up with the ball and they come up with good field position. Ball's at the Giles 48-yard line. I think Greg Keys is actually the guy who recovered the fumble. And Keys now is in at wide receiver. And Trey Gresh now has a chance. Robert Jennings is in at fullback. Latrell Keys is the tailback. Greg Keys is in motion. We have a whistle and a flag before the play could get underway, and that could be offside. It also could be a false start. Let's see what the call is. False start, Blacksburg. Not the way you want to start the drive. So now after we make the comment that we haven't had any false starts, we get two in a row.
We get 2 in a row, yeah.
9:08 left to go in the football game. We're in the 4th quarter. A game that has moved along very nicely here tonight. Just a little under 2 hours old. The rain has stopped. Keys in motion. Latrell Keys gets the handoff, and he goes up the middle. He's still going. First down, Blacksburg. Inside the 40-yard line. Down to the 37-yard line of Giles. First down. Latrell Keys showed some power that time.
Got a nice block there from Bo Gentry, number 62, left guard. Pushed his man right inside and allowed him to run straight there through his hole and get it picked up about 10 yards on that one.
I'm sorry. After the penalty, it's not a first down. It's second down and 5. He did get 10 yards. Got the penalty yardage back anyway and more. But now it's Keys again. And now he does have the first down.
Nice counter
He
step.
gets inside the 35-yard line.
Nice counter step by Keys to throw someone off, and he just made himself a little hole, got himself first down.
First down, Blacksburg at the 35-yard line. Just outside the 35. Clock moving, 8:28 left to go in the football game. Blacksburg trying to get a late score here and see if they can't pull out a big win. Boy, what a huge win this would be for them to open the season by beating the defending state champions. Even though they are Class A, it'd still be
Either way, it's state champion.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about some confidence.
Absolutely. And this is a young football team, and they will get a tremendous amount of confidence if they do get the win tonight. And by the way, we will be talking to Coach Dave Christ after the game, so please stay with us. We'll be getting Dave Christ. We'll go down on the field with our wireless mic and get some post-game comments from him. Keys, Latrell Keys gets around the corner, got about 7 or 8 more yards.
He's fired up right now. He's running hard.
Yeah, I just keep giving the ball to him. Boy, he is really running over people right now. 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Jennings comes into the game at fullback for Blacksburg. We have a whistle and a timeout by Giles. That's their first of the second half. We'll take a timeout. 7:46 left to go in the game. Timeout, our score, Blacksburg 14, Giles 14.
Whether it's arts and culture, community events, great places to eat and shop, exciting athletics, you'll find it all in Blacksburg, the place to be.
Trey Gresh at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 4. He goes straight ahead. That play's worked well all night long. He got 5 or 6 more yards and
another first down.
I don't know what the name of that play is, but it's Trey Gresh straight ahead, and that has worked well for the Bruins tonight. And I got to believe, Chris, he calls that at the line. He sees it opening, he just takes the ball and goes.
Yeah, usually it's when you get that play called through audibles.
Right. So it's a first down for the Bruins. They're moving the ball. They have it at the Giles 23-yard line. Clock at 7:38 and running. Tie score. Blacksburg trying to get the lead for the first time tonight. Handoff goes to Latrell Keys, and he is caught in the backfield. He lost
about 5 on that one.
At least 5 yards on that play. He tried to go wide, and that is not the way you need to go against Giles. They've had more success running right at him tonight, and that was a big loss for Blacksburg. We were talking about a field goal during the break. That pretty much took them out temporarily at field goal range, because now they're back at the 28-yard line. They're right on the verge of getting into good field goal range, and they have a great kicker in Caleb Violet. But right now they're thinking first down and get the end zone. They got 2nd down, so they got some time here to get some yards back. Gresh across the middle. Oh, my.
Did he catch it?
No, he dropped the ball. He fell down as he was falling. He tried to hold on. He could not do it. A great attempt by Tyler Holmes to try to hold on to the ball.
It looked like he might have lost his footing as the ball was coming into him.
He did. He was wide open. Gresh saw him, but he fell down just as the ball got there, and it goes incomplete. Golden opportunity missed there by Blacksburg. Now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 16. The ball is... I can't tell where the yard line is. It's at the 27-yard line. 3rd and 16. Gresh back to throw. He's hit in the backfield. They just took him out of field goal range. And here comes a guy in coming late. They don't get a flag, but Gresh is on the ground when the last tackler got in there. And now it's 4th down, and they certainly now are out of field goal range, and they're going to punt, looks like.
Matt Gilmer on the sack for Giles.
Gilmer came in and put the big hit on Gresh. And boy, Gresh is frustrated. He just waited too long to get rid of the ball, and now he's going to have to kick it away with a 6:22 left to go in the football game. And this is what you did not want to happen. Now Giles will have an opportunity to move down the field and maybe get a late score. But the Blacksburg defense, you've got to give it to them. They played very well here in the second half. Actually, for 3 quarters.
Good snap.
Yep, Gresh gets the kick away. He's going to try to get it deep, fair catch signal for, but it's a fake, and the ball's going to bounce. And it gets it out of the end zone. Great job by Tyler Holmes. It's down at the 1-yard line. What a play by Tyler Holmes.
He dove into the end zone and threw that ball back out in the midair.
Wow. And that pins Giles back to the 1-yard line. 1st and 10, but they have to be really careful here. One mistake could cost them the game. 5:53 left to go, and Blacksburg has a golden opportunity here to keep Giles pinned up and get good field position. If they could just stop him on 3 plays. Now, you know Nathan Tanner's the key. You know we're going to see him, and he's probably going to try to run that sweep play. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. And it's Billy Cook, the blocking back, who calls the signals, by the way. Okay, it's going to be, actually, they flip the ball back to Tanner. He's going to throw a pass, and it's complete. What a call by Steve Ragsdale. As they hit Evan Ledgard out of the backfield, he comes, gets the pass. We've got a whistle and a flag back in the end zone. It could go against Giles. They're walking back. Holding on Giles, and if it's in the end zone, it would be a safety. Apparently, it's not in the end zone. That's where the flag is, but let's see what the call here is. If it would be holding in the end zone, it would be a safety. Now they've moved the flag out to the 1-yard line. That's interesting, Chris, because how could it be anywhere but in the end zone? A holding penalty.
I mean, when you're pass blocking, you take at least 1 step back.
Exactly.
So
that's just a really strange call, because how could they be holding
anywhere else? They're not even on the 1-yard line. They're on like the 2-inch line.
And, of course, the penalty yardage is going to be half the distance, which is like 2 inches, because they're inside the 1 as it is. But the good news for Blacksburg is the penalty nullifies that pass play that would have given them a first down out to the 20. So here we go. Let's see what they call here. Tanner's going to get the ball. He's going to run right. He turns the corner and gets a few yards, gets up to about the 3-yard line, and he's knocked down there. Tyler Holmes made the stop for Blacksburg. Now the clock will run.
So they're going to spot him at the 5.
Yeah, they actually got him out to the 5-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6 for Giles. 5:22, clock running. Remember, we do have overtime rules. Go into those a little bit later if necessary, but we could have that situation tonight. There will be no tie. We do have overtime. Hopefully we won't have that. Hopefully we'll get a decision before that happens. 2nd and 6. See what the Blacksburg defense comes up with here. It's Tanner. He goes up into the middle. He stopped short. Got maybe a yard. 73 was in there defensively. That's Dorian Jones, big defensive tackle for Blacksburg. Let's see who's late getting up off the pile. It's like 58. It was 58. 57, Tay Ramsey. I apologize if it's Tay. I've been calling him Tall all night. But anyway, we do have a timeout on 3rd and 3. Blacksburg calls a timeout. So both teams now have used a timeout. They both have 2 left. And with 4:38 left to go, let's keep it right here and talk about this situation, Chris. Huge play for both teams. You know, if you're Blacksburg, you got to feel like Nathan Tanner's going to get the ball. And if you're Giles, you know, the passes worked pretty good for him tonight. They may be thinking about a little swing pass.
Yeah, I'd imagine that Blacksburg probably spent the whole week preparing for the run. That's probably why the pass been working so well for Giles. But it's only third and about 3.
Yeah.
And generally in this situation, they've just been giving it to Tanner around the end, and he's been picking it up. So I would expect to see a sweep from Tanner again.
If Blacksburg can hold here, they will get the ball back in excellent field position. As a matter of fact, they'll probably get it in Giles territory.
Probably get inside their own 50, yeah.
The other thing you got to think about, both teams have struggled tonight with their punt plays, and both centers have snapped the ball over the head of the kicker, so that's a possibility. As wet as it is, you know, you can't blame it on the center. It could be the ball's just slippery, and that could be the cause of it. In any event, Giles is going to come up with a play here. Blacksburg called the timeout to make sure their defense was on the same page. And Tyler Holmes is the guy calling the defensive signals out there. He's still looking to the bench, getting one last signal from his coach. Here we go. 3rd down and a little bit more than 2 yards to go for Nathan Tanner and the Giles offense. Tanner lines up with Freeman in the backfield. We got a motion. We got Tanner back to pass. He's got a man deep, wide open. He has overthrown him. My goodness. Number 40 was wide open. That was Jared Brown. He was behind everybody, and the ball was just a little bit overthrown. 4th down. Wow. This game has seen it all. Both teams have had so many opportunities, and it's just been, you know, missed opportunities, big plays, all kinds of things have happened tonight. Now we've got Greg Keys limping off. Looks like he's limping a bit for Blacksburg. 4th down, and it will be Cody Journell punting out of his own end zone. Jake Belote and Latrell Keys are deep for Blacksburg. Let's see if he gets a good snap. He does. He gets the kick away. It is a spiral. It is a short kick, and it's going to bounce, and let's see if Belote picks it up. Oh, my, he did. The ball is loose. And Blacksburg, I believe, will keep it. No, Giles has
Giles
it.
ball.
Right in front of the Blacksburg bench.
You got to get away from it.
You cannot even touch that ball. Belote makes a cardinal mistake.
Once that ball bounces, you got to get away.
And this is what Coach Dave Christ was talking about earlier this week when I talked to him. He said, we just make too many mistakes late in the game, and it's hard to win when you do that. And they just made a crucial mistake on a punt play that Jake Belote should have been nowhere near. But he touched it.
Tried to pick it up and run, fumbled it a little bit, got kicked away from him, and then he was done. Live ball.
4:18 left to go in the football game. Giles has it, and they have it at the 39-yard line, their own 39. That's where Blacksburg would have had it, 1st and 10. Now Nathan Turner's going to run right. He's caught in the backfield. Big play. Big play by number 6, Tyler Holmes. As Tanner is caught 6 yards deep in the backfield. They actually lost 3 yards. Looked a lot better than it was. But Tanner was basically trying to get outside, and Holmes broke through.
Just came right through on a blitz.
Yeah, made the play, and now it's going to be 2nd and 13 for Giles. Back at their own 37-yard line. Blacksburg defense just has to come up with another big play. That's all there is to it. You got to overcome your mistakes. That's the mark of a good team if you could do it. Tanner back to pass. Got some time. Completes the pass. It's short of the 1st down. But he did find Billy Cook up near the 50-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 46-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down for Giles and about 3 yards to go. Clock is moving. 3:16 left to go. Still tie score. Now we got Billy Cook cramped up. He cannot even bend his leg. He is definitely not going to be able to continue. He's going to have to come out of the game. And they're going to have to stop the clock with 3:02 left to go in the game. Still, we have a 14-14 tie, and both of these teams trying desperately to get one last score to end this thing in regulation. It may not happen. We may go to overtime. Nathan Tanner has been cramping up all night long. He looks pretty good right now, but he's had problems with that. Freeman and Tanner in the backfield. Here we go. 3rd and short. Tanner gets the snap. Turns the corner. Picks up the 1st down. Flag is down. Flag is down. Back in the backfield. It apparently goes against Giles, I would think. Blacksburg is clapping. Yes, holding against Giles. Huge penalty, Chris. Huge. Giles has hurt themselves numerous times tonight with penalties. This one will really cost them because they had a 1st down at the Blacksburg 44-yard line.
Now they're going to be about 3rd and 13.
3rd and long, and then the way Giles runs their offense, this is a tough deal for their offense. They don't have many 3rd and 13 plays. But they do have some big play guys. You know, Nathan Tanner has done it tonight, and Billy Cook has come up with some pass catches.
Tanner's pretty banged up right now, though.
He is. 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. The ball is at the 38. Make it the 37-yard line of Giles. We have 2:33 left to go in the game. Clock is running. We have a 14-14 tie game. Big play for both teams. Blacksburg trying to get their hands on the ball one more time. They can do it if they can stop them here. Tanner back to pass. Here comes the
Under
rush.
pressure.
He got away from the rush. He throws.
Incomplete.
It is incomplete. We have a flag down. Now let's check the penalty. This could be interference on Blacksburg. It will be a 1st down if that's what... well, maybe it won't be. Let's see what it's going to be. The call is going to be against Blacksburg. Pass interference is the call. And most likely that will give Giles a 1st down. It's a 15-yard penalty, and they only needed 12. Going to be right at midfield, I would think. You can hear the Blacksburg fans. They don't like that call.
That was kind of a dicey call.
Well, it was because the ball was tipped. And once the ball's tipped, it's free. You know, it's free for anybody to go after, and you can knock people around. So it was on the other side of the field. We really couldn't see what happened. They're marching it off, and this will give Giles a 1st down right at the Blacksburg 48-yard line. So we had a Giles penalty that hurt them. Now we get a penalty against Blacksburg that hurts the Bruins. We still have 2:14 left to go. And remember, Giles has 2 timeouts, as do the Blacksburg Bruins. So we still have a lot of football left here in regulation. 1st down, Giles at the Blacksburg 48-yard line. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Tanner hands off across the backfield, a little counter play. That is number 9, Andrew Fenstermaker. He hasn't carried the ball many times tonight, but that was a good call for Steve Ragsdale. He got about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. And for Giles, that's what you want on first down. Get 7 or 8 yards, and then you're really set up. Well, you can see Blacksburg just holding their hands on their hips, really frustrated right now. They've stopped Giles several times, and they just haven't been able to get the ball back. 2nd down and 2. Let's see if Tanner or Freeman gets it. It's going to be Tanner. He's going to turn the corner, and he is hit, but not before he gets the first down. Down to the 37-yard line, it looks like. Clock will stop to move the chains. We're down to 1:33 left to go in the game. 14-14 tie here at Bill Brown Stadium. They have stopped the clock to move the chains. As soon as they get them set up, the clock will go. Number 21 coming into the game on defense for Blacksburg. That's Eric Huff. He's coming in replacing number 40, Josh Price. So Dave Chris going for a little more speed in the defensive secondary, bringing Huff in for Price. First down, Giles. 38-yard line of Blacksburg. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Tanner keeps the ball after faking the handoff. He got about 2 or 3 yards. Down to the 36-yard line. Clock moving. 1:09 left to go in the game. We have a timeout. Giles. And we'll take a timeout. 1:07 left to go. Timeout. Score. Blacksburg 14, Giles 14. Bill McShane, Chris Singleton back live at Bill Brown Stadium in Blacksburg. I think Dave Chris just talked to the officials and wanted to know how many timeouts Giles had left. And as far as we know, they have 1 left, Chris. In any event, it's 2nd and long for the Spartans. And they are at the Blacksburg 35-yard line, 2nd and 8. Here's a pitch to Tanner. He turns the corner. And he's out of bounds, short of the first down. Got about 3 yards on the play. Stops the clock, though, by getting out of bounds. No, actually, the clock is still running. He did not get out of bounds. 53 seconds, clock running. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for Giles, and they're up to the line. No huddle. 3rd down and 5. Big play for the Blacksburg defense. Signals are being called. Tanner is going to run right. Same play. Turns the corner.
They didn't get it.
I don't know. Depends on where they mark him out of bounds. He's close to the first down. Very difficult to tell, but the clock will stop because he did get out of bounds. Tyler Holmes made the defensive play. And Tyler Holmes looks like a tired football player right now. He is short. You're right. It's 4th down and looks like 2 yards for Giles. We have 36 seconds on the clock. And this is, I would say, the play of the game. If Blacksburg can hold here, we're probably looking at overtime. If Giles picks up the first down, they're going to be difficult to stop because they are right now on the 30. Actually, they're on the 28-yard line of Blacksburg. Don't know anything about the Giles field goal kicker. Can't tell you. We'll have to just wait and see. Tanner hands off inside. First down for Giles. And it wasn't Tanner. It was, not sure who carried the ball.
Fenstermaker again?
Yeah, it was Fenstermaker. You're right. It was Andrew Fenstermaker on that little counter play. He got big yardage all the way down to the Blacksburg 14-yard line. First down for Giles. And Cook is into the game defensively. He's coming in for Belote, who has to be a tired young man and a very disappointed young man. He's the one who made the decision to touch the punt and fumble the ball. Gave Giles the ball and a chance to win the game right here. Tanner. Oh, Tanner! Fumbled in the backfield. He fell on it, but he lost 5 yards on the play. Back to the 20-yard line. Huge play, almost a huge mistake by the Giles offense, and the clock is running. 10 seconds left. They got time for one more play. They must be out of timeouts. Actually, no. Let's see. Did they call a timeout? Yes, they did. That's their last timeout. So with 4 seconds left, they have called their final timeout. They'll have one more play. And Chris, You got to believe it's going to be a pass play. That's really from the 20-yard line, I think.
It's got to be with about 25 yards to go.
Yeah.
20 yards to go. Yeah, you got to pass. You can't rush in this kind of a tight. You can't get 20 yards on a rush in this kind of a tight field.
Yeah, the ball's right on the 20-yard line. You can hear the Giles fans trying to inspire their team. You know, let's win it, guys, in the last play. But you know, Blacksburg's got to be thinking pass. Tanner has been brilliant tonight. Don't get me wrong, he's capable of going 20 yards, but he's also very tired and he's been cramping.
Looks like they're all tired down there right now.
So let's talk about overtime. If it happens, both teams will have a chance to win in overtime. You get the ball at the 20, and you get 3 chances to score, or pick up a first down. You keep the ball as long as you can, and then you try to either kick a field goal, and then the other team will get the ball and a chance to match.
Oh, they're going to kick it.
They're going to try.
They're going to kick it.
It's going to be Cody Jornell, and it's going to be, and now Blacksburg's going to take a timeout because this caught them by surprise. It will be a 37-yard field goal attempt, but the Bruins want to talk about it. And I don't blame Dave Chris. They really didn't anticipate this. And now, you know, Giles may change their mind, but it would be a 37-yard attempt, and to be honest with you, I don't know if that kid has the range, but they must think he does, or they wouldn't put him out there.
All we've seen him kick so far is extra points,
right?
And
they look pretty
kickoffs.
strong. Yeah, so that was a surprise. We were not looking for a field goal attempt. It would be 37 yards. Blacksburg obviously was not either, so they called a timeout. We have 4 seconds on the clock. We have a tie score, 14-14, and the Bruins are trying to hold on after a serious mistake late in the game when they fumbled a punt that they never should have been anywhere near. And Giles is trying to take advantage of that mistake right here and now.
That has to be the turning point of the game.
It's going to be a field goal attempt. It's going to be Cody Jornell. This will be 37 yards. Ball's going to go down on the 27-yard line, and we'll tell you what happens.
High snap.
Ball is up. It looks good.
No good.
He pulled it to the left. We're going to overtime. Boy, it had plenty of distance.
Just a little wide left.
Just pulled it left. Wow. We are going to overtime. First game of the season. Giles and Blacksburg, OT. Let's take a timeout and kind of catch our breath here. The end of regulation at Bill Brown Stadium. We have a tie score, 14-14. You're listening to Blacksburg High School football on Super Talk 101.7.
Hello there. Having a lasting effect on a kid's life can be quick and easy.
Here's some stuff we've learned.
From time to time, secret codes may be used. It's not uncommon for a kid to demonstrate special powers.
Costumes can be uncomfortable, but loads of fun. Moments like these happen every day.
Lend your support. Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
That's all for now.
We're back, getting ready for overtime, and I was wrong. Actually, each team will get the ball at the 10-yard line, and we keep going until somebody gets up on the scoreboard. And obviously the advantage here, Chris, is you want to be on defense first because
then you know what you have to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you know what the other team has already done. For example, if they decide to kick a field goal, then you know you need at least a field goal, but a touchdown will win. If they don't score, you know all you need is a field goal to win.
Yep.
So obviously, if you win the toss here, there will be a toss of the coin. You want to be on defense first. And both teams, by the way, will use one end of the field, so there's no advantage. They'll pick which end they want to use, but they will both play from one end of the field, and they will get the ball at the 10-yard line. They'll get 3 cracks at the end zone, basically, and then they'll have a decision on 4th down whether they want to kick or try for the touchdown. Boy, what a huge play there at the end of the game, though, when they caught Nathan Tanner in the backfield. That was a bad snap, but Tanner was unable to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that really forced the hand of Giles where they had to try the field goal.
They just snapped it right over the quarterback's head, and you just had to dive on it.
No matter what happens tonight, both these teams have to feel good about the way they played tonight, but Blacksburg will be very disappointed if they don't win because they certainly have had opportunities. They've also made mistakes where they could have lost the game, but this would be a huge win if they could figure out a way to win in overtime. So we'll see. We're still waiting for the teams to come back on the field. There is a mandatory break at the end of regulation for the teams to kind of catch their breath and regroup. We're going to have still about a minute 24 before we start play again. We want to tell you we're back on the air next week from Graham as Blacksburg goes on the road to play Graham in game 2. And that will be from Bluefield, Virginia. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock next Friday night with all the action. And the way this game has gone tonight, Chris, looks like we have a pretty exciting season ahead of us. Blacksburg's got a pretty good team.
I would say so. They're definitely holding up with this state championship team, Giles. So looking forward to this season. What a way to start it off, too, an overtime game.
Right. Giles, by the way, plays at home against Christiansburg next week. So they have their New River Valley opponents right up in front of their schedule this year. It'll be a big game for both teams as well. So now we're going to have the captains come out. We're going to have a flip of the coin. Nathan Tanner still limping. Look at him. You know, you got to give Tanner credit. He's been cramped up almost the entire second half, and he's still out there playing.
He's tough.
Number 65 for Blacksburg is Cameron Sellers, the center. We're going to have a coin toss, and Blacksburg hoping to win the toss and go on defense first. I promise you, whoever wins the toss will go on defense first. We'll know in a minute. And the way the overtime works, both teams will get it at the 10-yard line until somebody gets more points on the board. One team scores, the other team will get a chance to answer. And it will keep going until somebody does not answer. And that's how it will end tonight. We're still waiting for the coin toss. The players are getting all the rules for overtime. Got to make sure everybody's on the same page here. There is no clock. We could be here a while. Clock will not be a factor. It's all about the scoreboard now. The numbers on the scoreboard. 14-14 tie. Let's see, we got the coin toss. Giles has won the toss.
Blacksburg's on defense.
Blacksburg's going to be on defense. I don't know who won the toss, but Giles will get the ball first. To recap the scoring in the second half, pretty much there was only one score. It was Trey Gresh on a 1-yard touchdown run with 4:18 in the third. He had no scoring in the fourth quarter. That was all set up on a 45-yard pass from Trey Gresh to Greg Keys. Remember that play?
I do.
Beautiful pass play, and Keys came down and actually fumbled the ball, but they ruled him down at the 1, and Gresh took it in, and that was the only score in the second half. Our halftime score was 14-7 in favor of Giles. So I think the Blacksburg defense really deserves a big tip of the cap tonight. They shut out Giles in the second half.
It's not over yet.
Not over yet. You're right. We have a ways to go. Giles will have a chance first to get on the board, and then Blacksburg will get a chance to answer. The big thing here is, if you're Blacksburg, what you want to do is keep Giles out of the end zone, and then you could basically kick a field goal and win the game.
Yep.
Sure, they won't do that until that's their last option, but they will try to keep Giles out of the end zone right here. Giles will have 4 cracks at the end zone from the 10-yard line. Here we go. Tanner still in the game. Nathan Tanner and T. Freeman in the backfield. Here we go. Giles runs the first play. Blacksburg has it, and it's going to be Blacksburg.
Jake Ballot.
Jake Ballot came up with the ball. He's going to run down, and I don't think. Let's see what the ruling is. I think the play is over when the ball is recovered. He can't advance the fumbles, but I think the ruling is. I'm pretty sure that's the rule, and that's what they're going to say. That Blacksburg now will get the ball. They recovered the fumble, but they can't advance it. Ballot went all the way to the end zone just for the heck of it.
I would have too, you know.
That's great for Jake Ballot, because he's the guy who made the mistake that may have cost him the game, and boy, he's got to feel a lot better right now.
Redemption.
So what that means is now, Blacksburg has the opportunity to win it right here. All they have to do is get in the end zone. They've got 4 cracks, and they only have 10 yards to go. Look at Ballot. He's beside himself. He wants the ball. He said, I'm keeping this one. Unbelievable. Boy, are we happy that Jake Ballot is the guy who came. You can hear the fans. They know that Jake Ballot just got redemption. And he's keeping that ball.
He's not giving it up.
That's right. I wouldn't. If I was him, I wouldn't. Trey Gresh has the offense on the field, and now Blacksburg has an opportunity to beat Giles and start the season off with a big bang. They could right now bring their field goal kicker on if they wanted to, but I don't blame them for not doing that.
No.
I mean, you risked missing it and giving it back to Giles. You just need to jam it in the end zone right here.
Yeah, you got 3 shots to get that touchdown.
Yeah,
you want a touchdown to win.
You got Latrell Keys, you got Charles Sullivan, you got Tyler Holmes, you got a lot of options here. And you got Gresh, who's really made good yards right up the middle tonight. Here's Keys. Keys got about 4 yards down to the 6-yard line. Actually got to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 5. That was a good run. First down, 5 yards.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. Second and goal from the 5.
See what they call. Once again, Greg Keys is in at wide receiver. Tyler Holmes is in there. Latrell Keys, the tailback. Charles Sullivan, the fullback. Actually, we have number 14 in right now at wide receiver. That's Wade Jordan. 2 wide receivers. I formation. Keys in the tail of the I. Gresh calling signals. He fumbled. The ball is loose. Don't know who has it. Gresh fumbled the snap. I think Blacksburg came up with it. No, Giles has it. Oh, my goodness. Gresh fumbled the snap, and Giles has the ball back. What a game.
Wow.
I can't even think of how many mistakes and how many opportunities have happened tonight where both teams could have won the game, both teams could have lost the game, and now we have another mistake. Giles will get it back. And remember, Giles now they'll come down to this end of the field, I believe, but Giles, if they score, Blacksburg will still have an opportunity to come back and tie the game.
Now, does it switch to where Blacksburg offense will be back on the field now?
No, it's just switch the ends. We go down to this end. It's going to be Blacksburg defense, Giles offense.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if Giles scores, Blacksburg still has an opportunity to come back and tie the game. But the way the game's going, who knows what's going to happen here. The only difference, the only thing that changes now is we're going to the other end of the field. Each team gets a possession from one end. If they don't score, then we go to the other end.
You got to wonder how that fumble and turnover is going to affect the psyche of Blacksburg.
Yeah, Blacksburg has to be wondering what they have to do to win this football game. They have had more than enough opportunities to put it away, and that was just a fumbled snap. Not sure whose fault it was, but Gresh could not come up with the loose ball. Looked like Jake Bellot was going to be the hero for a minute, and now who knows who's going to be the hero?
They flip a coin again?
They flip the coin again, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So basically, that's the end of the first overtime period.
Okay.
Now we go to the second overtime. And I did not know that. I'm learning as we go here. I thought they would just go to the other end and give Giles the ball. But we'll see what happens here. Blacksburg may get the ball back. You know, if Blacksburg wins the toss here, I think I'd take the ball.
You think so?
If I was Blacksburg, I think I would. We'll see who gets it. Yeah, Blacksburg's going to get it. So now, Blacksburg will get the ball first, have an opportunity to score, and then Giles will have an opportunity to come back and answer that score. So that's a break. I think the Bruins did the right thing there by taking the ball, and Giles has to feel pretty good about coming up with that fumble. They were 5 yards away from losing that football game. Boy, what a game, huh?
Hey, maybe Blacksburg should have just kicked a field goal on first down.
I feel like there's been 2 games tonight. It's 14-14, still tied. We're still in overtime. The first overtime settled nothing. Both teams turned the ball over, and you have to believe that the weather conditions, the field conditions, contributed to it. It's very wet down there. The grass is very thick and very wet, and you know the football has to be wet. And I doubt if they have a dry football at this point. They're probably all wet. They try to change them, as often as they can. But
yeah, after a certain point, there's just too much water.
Good luck with keeping the ball dry on a night like tonight. So here's the Blacksburg offense back on the field. Trey Gresh and company. Jennings is in at fullback, and Keys is the tailback. And they're going to give the ball to Keys. Keys cuts inside, close to the goal line. Did he get in? Boy, he's down to the 1 yard line. Very close to getting in.
That's a good way to start.
9-yard carry for Latrell Keys. Now here's where I let Trey Gresh keep the ball. And do it 2 times if you have to. It's second down. Do not risk a handoff.
I'm telling you, when Jennings is in there at fullback,
I agree.
They cannot key on Latrell Keys.
I agree. Caleb Schrader coming in at tight end. And Jordan's coming out. Jordan Wade, that is. So it's going to be, I believe they spotted it just outside the 1 yard line. Anyway, it's second down from there. Blacksburg trying to get on the board in overtime. Jennings and Keys behind Trey Gresh. Here we go, second down. Keys around the right side. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Blacksburg. Latrell Keys took it outside, and really for the first time tonight we saw some speed. He turned on the jets.
He did. He certainly did.
Wow. So now the extra point will be attempted by Caleb Violet. John Cook will hold at the 10-yard line. This is an important extra point. This could be the difference if he does not make this and Giles scores and makes theirs, they would win. So he's got to make the extra point. Giles running a player off late. Had too many guys on the field. Here we go. Extra point attempt coming from Violet. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Timeout. I should say no timeout because there's no time. We're in overtime, so we're just going to stay right here. Blacksburg has scored first in the second overtime period. They lead now 21-14. Now that the whole game is in the hands of the defense. And the last time Giles had the ball, they fumbled. So we'll see what happens.
You got to wonder how much juice Nathan Tanner has left in the tank. He's been playing both ways all game. He was cramping up earlier.
Good news for Blacksburg is they really can't lose at this point. Giles could tie. The only way they could lose if Giles scored and went for two.
Went for two.
Exactly. And I really don't know if Steve Ragsdale would do that. I think he'd probably kick and go longer. But on the other end of the scale, what you just said is true. A lot of his players are hurting.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer they can play tonight. So we'll see what happens. First things first, Giles has to get in the end zone, and they certainly are not there yet. They're at the 10-yard line. 21-14, Blacksburg leads. We're in double overtime. And the Blacksburg fans are on their feet, as are the Giles fans. Here's Tanner up the middle. Still going. They got him down, but he got down to the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain for Nathan Tanner. That was pure power football. They ran right up the middle.
Straight up the middle. Had two lead blockers on that one.
They're basically saying, you know what? We know you guys are tired. We're tired. We're going to come right at you, try and stop us. And Giles is still running plays in from the bench. They do it with their blocking backs. Once again in the backfield for Giles, it's been T. Freeman and Nathan Tanner all night long. Now we have a timeout. Giles takes a timeout. And we'll take a timeout. We're in overtime. Blacksburg leads at 21-14. You're listening to Blacksburg High School football on Super Talk 101.7.
You'll never have to stop and ask for directions.
And you'll be helping a busload of people. And when you pass by, everyone will stop and take notice.
If you are at least 20 years of age,
Have a good driving record. And are interested in working for the best transit system in Virginia.
visit our website at www.vtransit.org or give us a call at 961-1185.
Blacksburg Transit, we're your bus line.
Back live, second down and goal for Giles. The Blacksburg defense has to make 3 more stops and they win the game. Simple as that. They lead 21-14. We're in the second overtime. Nathan Tanner went for 5 yards on the first play in the second overtime for Giles. It's now second down. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Tanner's been cramping up all night long, but looks okay right now. Must have got some fluids in him because he's looking pretty good. Tanner, handoff across the backfield. Stopped short of the goal line is
that end around again to Fenstermaker.
Fenstermaker, exactly, and he stopped at the 2. Good play by Tyler Holmes, or he would have scored. Good tackle there. Substitution for Blacksburg coming into the defensive line. Devin Skinner, 5'11", 205-pound sophomore. They get 15 out of the game. That's T.J. Lockhart. A little bit more beef in there. That's Giles now, third down at the 2-yard line. They have to go for it on fourth down. They've got to get in the end zone or the game's over. See what happens here on third down. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Tanner most likely will get the ball. Snap goes to Tanner. He's going right behind his blockers. Does he get in? Yes. No. Let's see. Yes. Yep. They finally give the signal. Boy, it was close, but Giles gets into the end zone. Now, of course, they have to make the extra point. It's not a done deal. Let's see what Steve Ragsdale does. Are they going to go for 2? I don't see the kicker.
I don't see a kicker running on now.
I don't see the kicker. Let's see what they're going to do. They're down by 1 right now. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
It does look like they're going for 2.
So the game's going to end right here one way or the other. And now Blacksburg will take a timeout, which is a good timeout for the Bruins. And Coach Ragsdale actually is going to get a chance to think about it as well. So we'll keep it right here. This is a gutsy call by Giles.
Yeah, it is.
Going for 2, putting the game on the line. They're basically saying, you know what?
If we can't get 2.5, we don't deserve to win.
We want it to end right now. We don't want to play anymore.
Yep.
Let's just have a decision right now. So it's going to go one way or the other on this play. Now, the ball's at the 3-yard line. Pretty much know that Nathan Tanner is going to be involved in this play, and I got to believe that they'll run that same sweep play that Blacksburg has had trouble with all night Freeman will be the lead blocker. It's just basically a power sweep. It's going to be very difficult to stop. But if you're Blacksburg, you got to hope you can get somebody in the backfield and stop that thing before it gets going. They've done that a few times tonight.
Yeah, that blitz with Tyler Holmes and T.J. Lockhart have both been getting through on those outside blitzes, but they haven't been making a play every time. So
another thing we might see is a play-action pass. Giles has been very effective on their pass plays tonight because obviously Blacksburg's going to be looking for the run.
Right.
We'll see. It's been almost 3 hours of football tonight on opening night. We've certainly got our money's worth. Boy, if you're listening or if you've been here in the stands, it's been a great football game, and it's going to be pretty sad for one of these teams to go away a loser because they both played their hearts out and they both are exhausted. You can just see that there's really not going to be anything left in the tank after the game tonight. If there's an after-game dance, let's put it this way, don't look for any football players to show up.
No.
All right, here we go. They're going for two. This is the ball game, one way or the other. Tanner and Freeman in the backfield. Here's the snap. He's going to go right. He's looking to throw. And they're still chasing him. He's throwing a pass. It's going to be caught.
Oh, he caught it.
Giles wins it. Nathan Tanner with the pass in the end zone. And is it Noonkesson? We couldn't see who caught the pass. But Giles wins it on a two-point conversion. Last play of the second overtime. Giles pulls it out. Unbelievable finish. And boy, if you're Blacksburg, you just have to be in shock at this point. One play away, and Tanner had all the time in the world. Nobody could get to him. And he had
one guy after, but then he slipped.
And he had the time and presence of mind to wait for somebody to come open, and somebody finally did. And if you're Blacksburg, it's hard to cover all the receivers for that long of a time. They just gave him too long to pass.
Wow. What a finish.
Final score here tonight, Giles 22, Blacksburg 21.